that bullshit.
Alright, everybody, the wife screaming in the background. Hopefully you guys get to hear a little hooting and hollering, a little bit of good times. Welcome back to part 2 of TR Day here on Sir Lona. We are making reasonable progress. We have to take care of a few things. We are level 4 now, which means some gear upgrades, stuff like that. I got some food. I got rid of some food. It's like I dropped some arrows on the ground. We can pick up a backpack slot. Got some favor. Got some more favor. Look at us. Just living the life. Living the life, he says. Alright. So level 4 we actually have quite a few things that turn on that we do care about. More than I think we realize. We could use a swashbuckler now if we wish. I don't know how necessary it is. Excuse me. I don't think we're allowed to use a mithril. Although, it would be interesting. I don't think so, though. So let's grab the wrappings. Let's grab our mimic cloak. I think that means that we're looking for... what is it called? Our invulnerability outfit here. I feel like we probably want that. Are we starting to get to the point where we can transition off of having boo hoo, he says.
Surprise hug.
Surprise hug. That wasn't that much of a surprise, but thank you.
You didn't expect it.
You didn't?
Yeah.
I expected it the second you burst in my door.
That's fair.
Crazy pants. Anyway. That was Remy. He says hi. Alright, what else do we got going on here? I want my invulnerability outfit. Oh, our Featherfall trinket. We can grab it while we're grabbing things. This is what I use for Featherfall. It's level 4 now. I don't think I can make it much lower level than that. There's my outfit vulnerability. Okay. I think that's pretty much everything we care about. If we really want a different weapon, we could switch into our one dagger again. I kinda don't wanna. So I don't think I'm gonna. Yeah. That's how that works, right? It's easy enough. Do we have something that our dog can wear? I don't know. Let's summon our dog. If we can put this on our dog, that would be sweet. I don't think he can. I think it's got to be like leather, right? Yeah, can't put that in. So do I have anything that's like leather? I don't think I do yet. How about a collar? I got the Hound of... Let's stick collars up here. So we got that collar. I thought I have another collar somewhere. That's good. Unholy Draining. I'm not really sure why I'm carrying that around. That's not something that I would consider to be particularly good, I don't think. I suppose it's okay. It's not very good though. Unless I was using it to do something very specific. I feel like I have like a ghost touch hand wraps of something. There's like Sky Pirate's dagger, which again we could use if we wanted something that did more damage. Can't put on the frozen tunic, right? It's got to be a leather armor. Let's find out. Oh, I didn't throw a message already. Here we go. Shock collar of Ghostbane. It's level 8. It's a big collar. Vicious collar of Lesser Vampirism. Perfect. This is what we're looking for. I said I have like weird random collars in places here. We're still moving things, so it's going to be a second. I think we can also get away with like Dragon Scale too, I believe. I don't know. You can do a lot of cool stuff with the dogs that you can't do with like the robot dogs. Alright, so that collar is in. So he's got Vicious and Lesser Vampirism. It's also Flame Touched Iron. So it's good aligned. Yeah, can't put that on either. Unfortunate. Excuse me. Alright, what else do we want to grab out of here / get rid of? We want to probably get rid of most of this stuff. I'm going to take nothing. What is this thing called? Strings. Alright, so we're going to take 500 of these and stick them in here, just because I'm tired of it taking up space in my backpack. That's fine for now. The rest of this stuff can all be junked. Alright, so we're making some progress on getting things cleaned up again. Am I in love with everything? No, of course not, but is it good enough for now? Sure is. This one's not special, right? Nope. I guess we gotta sell gems. Get this stuff. That can go. Let's get some stuff locked down. Bam. Perfect. Get out of here. Alright. So that kind of cleans up stuff in general. And then we have this cloak instead of whatever this is. Mythic 1. Yeah, I don't think I care that much about Mythic 1. Our belt can go on. This belt goes in the trash. We can decide about trinkets later. We'll put this goggle on because it's true seeing now. We'll probably go ahead and slot in some extra spell points as well. I think that'll be nice. So let's just randomly see what armor we may have in here for the dog at level. Let's go 2 to 4 and see if we find anything. It just happens to be like okay in the field. Looks like the answer is no, Skippy. I don't imagine we have anything that's like level 4 that's good around here. I could craft a leather armor of whatever, and I think we will. Invulnerability. Just because whatever it takes to improve the lifespan of these guys is going to be good. So this thing's absolute minimum level is going to be 16, but these things are higher than that. Yeah, if I'm just going to buy junk. I'll just make a trip to the marketplace and buy junk. Seems very unlikely we have anything in here. Yeah, okay. So yeah, let's pop back to the marketplace and look and see. And for those of you who might feel my pain, I popped the seal on my nose while I was cooking, aka I blew my nose again, and now that cork that was up there is now free flowing, aka my nose is running again like crazy. So hopefully we'll be able to have an interesting and fun stream even when we're stopping and blowing our nose nonstop. Yeah, that's probably fine. This name vest is not something that's blowing our skirt up, although it is light fortification. I'm just looking to see if there happens to be one here that sells for more than the other or whatever. And then I want to look and see. I don't imagine any of these actually change the dog's appearance in any way. No, not at all. Okay. Alright, so let's pull this back off. Let's go craft him something interesting and let's see what we can do. He's already got 50% fortification. So we'll go from there. Oh, also we don't need this ring anymore. Rings at 4th level. We actually, I think rings kick on at 5th level for us again. So this ring can go back in the bank. And speaking of things that can go in the bank, so can all of those, these things. So let's go to the second tier and let's pull up our CC Planner. If you've never seen the CC Planner, by Host 14, it's actually a pretty cool little tool. Armor bound. So let's see. Okay, so none of these things really matter yet. The one that does matter is going to be vulnerability, which is worked at level 4. Then we can decide on constitution. More hit points are good. Absorption is fine. Vitality. This is probably more hit points than the constitution is going to be. There's nothing here that really increases DPS that I can see. We can set fortification on it though and give our guy 100% fortification. I think this is the best. We'll give that a shot. But see, a little bit of click, 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 and we're good to go here. And I think we found something that's going to be pretty solid for Fin Fang Foom here. I'm not going to spend anything that's like major resources. Disjunction, please, not dissolve it. So let's see. INV. So yeah, these are like we got 36. This takes 5. We'll have to kind of get a little lucky. This obviously is nothing, and then clear this in 4. All right. So level 4. INV, vulnerability, and fort. Oops. There we go. So fortification and vulnerability damage. I don't think there's much more we can do to toughen up this dog here. So he picked up 5/magic. He picked up 105 fortification. Then we gave him what is essentially the best DPS thing I can give him, which is vicious, and lesser vampirism, just kind of help him up. We could do more. We can make stronger a collar now if we really, really wanted to. If we were super excited, but I don't care that much. But you know what might be good? Might be worth the microscopic opportunity that we find something. Let's go look at the hand wraps on the auction house. You know, maybe we find something just totally sweet. I doubt it, but you never know if you don't look. Never know if you don't go. Whoa! Hey, Quinn. Hand wraps level 2 to 4. Yeah. There's a Holy of Feeding, which is okay. Yeah, none of these things are... See what I mean, though? We could craft him something ridiculous if we had some of these double-slotted hand wraps here. Or heck, even this would be good too. Like, that could go a long way. In fact... I'm just thinking. I'm thinking if I have a macabre, like I think I might just take a macabre hand wrap at 10. I think that'll be fine. Okay. I think we're good to go. We can grab a few more things. out of the bank while we're kind of standing and thinking about things. We can also take a second and throw some stuff in the in the old banker root ski up here. So there's some things that we tend to carry around. I don't know if it's right or wrong or indifferent, but I carry them around. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't. I feel like there's going to be a time where I actually want these candies and they're going to be gone, and I'm going to curse the world. But I don't think that time is today. Start like this, and then we don't have a gargantuan augment bag on us. That seems wrong. Soul bags we don't need. Yeah, so we have macabre hand rats right here that we could potentially turn into a pair of dog hand wraps, and that would be fine. Maybe not good, but fine. Or we could get our Barovian one. That would be fine too. Alright, so there's our Death Ward potion. We do want it. We also want the Freedom Movement potion, which is the one I'm looking for. I probably scrolled right past it. The reason I want that one in particular just happens to be because we are actually running into situations already with greasing dogs. Then I want to have the ability to make that not a problem. There it is. Alright, so we need one more thing is missing here. And usually that one more thing is Ellery. Ellery usually goes in the front slot up here somewhere. And what that does is it fills up our first tab, so we automatically know that junk that we start looting comes in tab number 2. Some people like it, some people hate it. Doesn't matter. It's what I've gotten used to, and that's what we're going to continue to do on this stream here. Alright, anything else? No, I think everything else looks fine. This can go in the dumpster. Everything else is like linked and ready to go, except for this is not linked anywhere. Alright, perfect. Double check our spells. Yeah, see we have some spell slots. I'm not that impressed with Flaming Sphere. I think it can go. We can grab a Bark Skin. It's always good to be buffed. We would just want to grab a Quick Cure. We want to grab a Gust of Wind. I love having Gust of Wind. Pack Presence, I think, is one of the buffs that I was looking for. Yeah, let's grab one of those. Why not? That seems fine. And then, do we want to grab Shillelagh again? I kind of do. I don't think we're... Or we can grab Ram's Might. Yeah, let's do Ram's Might. I don't think Shillelaghing things a lot is going to be what we are down for, but it's always kind of like nice to take a second and look at it, right? Have the dog grab all the buffs. So I've always just thought the easiest thing to do would be to have your dog, like every 10 seconds, 20 seconds, something, just grab all the buffs that you have. I really feel like that would just be the easiest thing, and clone the buffs. Alright, so we're level 4, we've done all the 2s. Guess we can go do Waterworks. That's a big pile of experience. All right. Thank you, Siggy Poo. Alright, sorry about pauses and such. I'm, for whatever reason, foolish enough to, A, not forget or remember a hireling, but B, foolish enough to try to actually have real conversations with people about the political situation and landscape we find ourselves in, because people are being stupid. I don't care if you like one of the two presidential candidates, hate one of the two presidential candidates. I don't care. I literally don't care. However, if you're going to ignore one person basically becoming a root vegetable in my mind, and then take the other person having these weird quotes out of context, where if you listen to the entire 2-minute conversation or whatever, or answer to a question, you can get an entire answer, as opposed to the other candidate literally not being able to put 14 seconds of words together. I really feel like, to answer a specific question, mind you, I really feel like you need to take a second and do some actual research. So when I saw one of my friends, somebody I care about and respect greatly, basically taking one of these insane quotes out of context and sharing it on Facebook, I felt the overwhelming necessity to correct the shenanigans here. I should have linked the whole quote, because even if nothing else, the ability to put together a thought was missing from one of the candidates today, where the other candidate was able to have a 2-minute response to a question. So not only was he able to keep in mind the question for 2 minutes while he answered it, he was also able to formulate 2 minutes of answer. So, which is not something the other candidate has been able to do. He's not been able to answer a question for more than, 14 seconds today was too much for this particular candidate. So, I feel like people should get their biases out of their butt and actually do some research and pick a candidate. And I don't care which candidate you pick. It's never been my point. But I really would like people, especially people that I know and respect, or try to know and respect, at least, can take a second and inform themselves. I feel like for the most part that's not expecting too much from people. I could be wrong though. Maybe it is. Maybe it's too much. I think we want to give everybody hate reduction. I think I want to be the only person with hate. Alright, let's go to work. I am much more easily able to sustain my stuff here. Let's get some weeds down. And quick jump through, summon everything. Yeah, see, this is where we do want Shillelagh. Maybe we want it for situations like this, where there's a lot of sorry, got distracted. Lots of time oozes and stuff like that, where we do want to switch to our ooze stick here. I know it's not the best ooze stick. I don't need it to be the best ooze stick. This is just a multi-tool that I've built over the years for kind of getting things done. So this one is silver, alchemical with ghost touch, and Everbright. Sorry, alchemical silver, ghost touch, and Everbright, which means that it won't take damage from oozes. So all those things together kind of make a bit of a multi-tool for me. We are definitely going to pick up this node. Pick it up until it's not shiny anymore. Because there's some interaction lag today. I'm fairly certain there's going to be a pretty massive restart tomorrow. They're not here. So if you're looking for something to do tomorrow, it's not going to be DDO. Sorry. Probably a full restart in the morning, but that's okay. So something I need to look into is I'm fairly certain that there's no magic missile protection on a druid normally, i.e. there's no like shield spell or night shield or anything like that. I haven't taken a particularly close look at their enhancement line yet to see if there happens to be something hidden in there. Like for example, the warlock does have the ability hidden in their enhancement tree to have a permanent shield effect. So I'll have to take a look. If not, they don't have something along those lines, I think what we'll have to do is I think we'll have to probably go with scrolls. I don't think we want to like splash anything. Although you guys know me, when I start thinking about these problems, a wizard level seems real strong. Pick up a meta magic feat. You pick up a bunch of different wizard spells that seem really strong. You pick up a cleave, etc., etc. But yeah, I think we're gonna try to hold strong and stay pure. But I could also see great ease taking a couple levels of wizard or so, and slapping down some nice perks for being a wizard. I could even see like 2 or 3 levels of wizard. But I don't want to mess with the DCs if we're gonna play a DC based caster here. Alright, so the lever is pulled. We just got to go with the other lever. Things are starting to wear off. Like how the monsters are appropriately targeting me. So like I said, we're kind of doing this druidy tank thing, where the general idea is not necessarily that we're the DPS, although I think there'll be plenty of that as our spells progress. No, we're kind of doing it more along the lines of as long as we're taking the damage, then our NPCs that are much less can do the job of like helping add to the DPS as opposed to taking hits for us. Basically, I don't know how well this works. I know this works okay in other groups where the other people are real players, meaning that they are good at throwing out DPS and they have a little bit more survivability and wherewithal to move where they can actually stay alive. Not something that hirelings are known to do, so I need to do a better job of micromanaging them. This is going to get close, alright. I did get close. Really don't know how much of this I care about. I do care about this. We'll look at it. We'll see. Oh, I almost forgot the most important part. Back here. This mushroom. Delicious. I heard another smack. Okay, I must have hallucinated it. I would have sworn there was somebody in the voice chat with us just now. Like 85% sure. Awkward. Alright. Oh, we should probably do our buff thing. Oh, not that. The problem with buffs is that you actually have to click them. If you don't click them, they don't do anything. Which is problematic. Alright. Same thing with like other spells, you gotta click them. I understand occasionally why people are so excited to turn on Quicken and just never worry about it. Wow, we're going to take a beating from Reapers at this on R2. So, usually for speed I just do R1. But I actually really know the low level stuff pretty well, so I tend to push myself a little bit harder below level 10. Got this VR application that's free. It's a virtual movie system. I've done stuff like that in the past, and what I recommend is just buying a projector. But I haven't had a lot of luck with my virtual VR stuff because the VR things that I have are not at the same caliber that you have. Oh, like you virtually go to current movies. That's interesting. Yeah, I just have for like $1,000. My wife and I bought a high definition projector. It's an LED projector. It'll last 10,000 hours, give or take. And I can project pretty clear, as large as well, right now I think we have it like set up for 16 by 8, give or take, something in that ballpark. So I just sit in my basement and use my phone to put movies on the project things to using a Chromecast to project to the projector system. Yeah, and an Oculus Rift is great for one, I'm assuming. I said if there's an old ad for a Google Glass that made me really excited and interested about the technology. And basically you walked around with this isn't Arlos, no. Walked around with the with like a projector of Netflix or whatever TV stuff that you really like, Amazon, whatever, and have like a 60-foot big screen in front of you, but you could still walk around and do whatever you wanted. And like you turn your head and it moves with you. Like the idea behind Google Glass doing that, like put this thing on my regular glasses and it would do that, is very appealing. But I don't want to be wearing a headset all the time right now. But it's cool. It is cool. I cannot play the same kind of games that you're going to be able to play with that Oculus Rift. For sure. That being said, I'm probably going to spend a bunch of money on a similar type device, except it is much more limited because it only works from my plane remote control or my plane to my headset. I.e., I'm going to be getting a point of view system for my drone and hopefully my remote control airplane soon. Yeah, if they had relatively new movies in there, I would be pretty excited about it. But if it's stuff that's on Google Play or Amazon Prime or anything like that, I have a pocket projector that clips onto my phone, so it's right here, as a matter of fact, and it's got a little stand, it's a little backup battery, and it actually comes with my phone, my Motorola Turbo, and it literally, here's the little camera, or the camera section, and it clicks in. So this phone is actually made for what they call mods, and I just plug it in and it's ready to go. So I push this button right here and you'll see the little light come on probably. See, there's the light. And there's the projector, there's the screen. And that'll project right off of my phone really nicely actually, like a large screen TV. Yeah, it fits right in my pocket. Boop. Yes, I have a big projector in my living room that I use. But if I want something I can just carry around, like if I want to lay in bed, I can lay in bed, put this on my chest and project to the ceiling and have a 6-foot projector on my ceiling. If I want to go to the restroom, I can take my phone, carry it into the restroom and have a 5-foot TV in my restroom. Like, I would not advise people to walk around the house with their Oculus headset on and go to the bathroom. I could be wrong. Maybe it's fine. Maybe you want to walk around and be like that. But I would rather take an extra... Actually, let's actually clear this way. I think we'll go out this direction. It's so much closer. So we'll just make sure this is clear. Alright, it's not currently open. We may have already cleared it. I don't know, to be honest. Yeah, we actually bought the projector specifically for traveling with the bus, with the idea that we'll be able to hook up the large projector anywhere we want, and we can put up the screen on the side of the bus if we want, or anywhere really, and have be at a drive-in anytime we want to. But I'm also, cuddling with my old lady. So, Oculus Rifts are sweet. But, portability, my guys. Sometimes portability is pretty great. Yeah, let's just recall. We'll recall, come back in from the front. We'll go ahead and do the next part, just because that's kind of how I get a little lazy. start a story, finish a story. I also need to decide if we're going to do a couple of storylines this life that sometimes we skip. So, like, is this going to be a Threnal life, or can we not do Threnal lives? I haven't decided yet. We'll need to decide kind of soonish, around level what? I think the first quest is 8 or 9. Which means we need to check around 10 or 11. I might be wrong. I think it might be 8. I feel like 8 is the right answer. I think it is 8 and 9. And then we also need to decide: do we want to have? I'm so used to that being an attack function. It's going to take me a minute to get used to the idea that it's a spell now. Do we want to do Splinter Skull? Splinter Skull's got some good stuff going for it. It's really quick. The experience for the time is very, very good. The repetitiveness is not fun. There's a lot of repeating the same kind of nonsense over and over again. Like you're literally, but look at that. We don't have situations like that. But literally, it's a lot of the same thing. It also doesn't have the option to be on Reaper, which is also kind of a bummer. I don't think it's a deal breaker, but it is definitely not as fun as some other options for sure. I'm going to get these guys going on these things, and then we'll summon a spider. Oh yeah, that's not prepared anymore. Oops. I don't know. Man, Frenzy's just like soloing his way through everything. Which is great. It's what he's hired to do. It's just slaughter all the monsters for us. Somebody go pull that side, please. Okay, they're on it. I'm gonna summon all of them and have actually. I was going to teleport them to me and then stop them, but I did that the exact opposite way. Oh, that hurts so bad. My nose is going to peel and burn like nobody's business the next 2 or 3 days. It's going to suck. The VR has a public feature with public rooms. Meaning you can like interact with other people, like see their janky avatars or whatever. Yeah, hard pass. I don't spend money to have equipment at home, so I don't have to put up with people at home. Better than walking out the door of your house. That's true, but again, I don't know. I guess I just like being able to sit there and watch. If I'm gonna watch something, I'll watch it with my wife or my son. Alright, we got some sort of Reaper incoming here. Let's maximum value. But again, it is a cool technology for sure. And maybe, maybe when you finally ready to settle down, maybe one of the things that your future partner will be into will be the same thing. And then you guys can watch different movies while holding hands in a virtual room together. I would not be surprised if that is the future someday. But keep in mind also, I'm literally spending a whole bunch of money to build my own house, so I don't. Ouch. So I don't have to. Let's knock this guy out. Wow, Frenzy's gonna get wrecked. Yeah, I think we have to go to the shrine. It's gonna suck, but I think it's true. He did okay. I mean, Solar Cruelty, Hero Wolf. There's one other champ in there. He definitely, I presume, Frenzy did it. But somebody knocked out one of the champs. It's pretty good. Alright, Fin Fang Foom, go Shrine. Hopefully between the healer and I, we can get Frenzy healed up here. That's not going to last very long. Alright, let's get things going. Okay, I might chug a Nat Poison to make these jumps a little bit smoother. Savannah Dexter, big trucks. Apparently there's a bunch of attractive young ladies shaking them booties. The things that you can learn on Facebook. Oh, this is bad. This is not at all where I want to be partying right now. Okay, better. Whew. Oh, of course. I love falling in the water. Falling in the water is great. It's like the goat. My helper teleported to the other side here. Didn't notice he had jumped over, or I would have got up quicker. I literally swam forward just to make sure that he didn't run ahead and get all the aggro off of me. But it happens. So I'm kind of curious to watch this music video now. For no other reason than to watch hot chicks shake their moneymakers. I mute this. Because we can't play music on the stream. Ouch, that's a big hit. It's got a long-haired, bearded hillbilly on the cover, or on the front. Yeah, it's got not unattractive young ladies, but nothing like overwhelmingly provocative here. I'll have to check it out later. It's now in my history, so I'll be able to find it. Maybe it's become my hillbilly anthem. Turns out the fire guy isn't that concerned about taking big points of fire damage. That's pretty smooth, actually. Again, you have a massive army in your pocket. Taking advantage of it is good. Name a place better than bed. That's an interesting challenge, I think. I'm being honest. honestly don't know how many people would say there's a better place than bed. I know there are, like, people who are obsessed with being a mechanic. Most people might say the shop, stuff like that. I know a couple of people that would argue that a Magic tournament is the greatest place. I would probably tell you the best place on the world is flying a small airplane and just breaking out above the clouds for the first time. You've been IFR, instrument flight rules, for like 5 minutes, and then you first bust out of the clouds. That is a feeling I cannot explain. It's absolute amazing. I don't know if you've ever seen the introduction to Tailspin, but there's a moment where the kid like surfs on clouds, like water skis on clouds, cloud skis. And that's the closest I have ever seen to that moment captured. It's amazing. Alright. So Arlos will either be, or not Arlos. Finn will either be around here, or he's probably going to be around the other direction in the pain in the ass spot. Pain in the ass spot. Okay. I suppose there's also a very small chance he could be on this side somewhere, but I personally almost never see it there. Wow, we're taking some big dots. Okay. Wow. And the game really wants us to work for this one. Alright. Alright, so the secret to fighting Reapers at low levels is to keep moving around them. Particularly if you're underpowered for getting it knocked out.
What's up, bud?
Hey, what's going on? How is your sports ball?
I had a team lost in overtime, but the Nuggets and the
That's
Knicks-
great!
No, it's not great.
What?
That's not even no, we lost in overtime.
Yeah, it's great, right?
You know, you want to win.
Oh,
Always be a winner.
that's
Only
weird because
only monsters at
I
DDO.
was gonna say that's weird because if I get killed, you're like thrilled.
But you can resurrect go to a shrine. They can't. They just die.
Oh, maybe sometimes.
And then I got pissed off with family and shit at the house.
No, that's
I found
less
out
great.
that my girlfriend was lying to me and my nephew and his sister have been dating for like 2 months.
Your nephew and his sister.
Her sister, the troll.
Huh. That's
But
funny.
he couldn't come and do homework with his own daughter if she asked him to for dinner. But he can do that kind of stuff, yeah, so
That's funny.
I took it off for like 3 hours and drove it around all over. So, I'm up in my room, the door locked. And because I went back downstairs because he said, oh, I'll come up and have a minute drive if I'm his daughter. She wants to show him like the good notes the teachers gave them and like her scholarship offer. He's like, oh, I'll be right up there. It's like half hour I went down there. I looked down over the stairs in the living room. He's got his head in Stephanie's lap, showing his hair. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Right? I'm like, okay. So I said, hey, Cam, okay, talk to her. She goes, yeah. She's in the kitchen and I brought her upstairs. And I was like, why is your nephew and your sister like a little, because at dinner they sat next to each other and they're all like chummy. I'm like, this is like a weird pairing. You know, they're both basically house dog shit. I should have figured out that they would be perfect together. So he's worried about like dating somebody that didn't like trying to get his daughter back. So I asked Karen what's going on. She's like, well, I don't want to tell you this way, but they've been dating 2 months. I was like, oh, okay. So I also lied to Jason. So how about this? I took my fucking house keys at her feet. So how about this? This is your fucking house. I'll just leave. I'll take my niece and we'll just move somewhere else. You can have fun online together. Take those 2 pieces of shit with you. Walked out the door. She tried to chase me down. I said, don't talk to me. Don't fucking talk to me. So I just left. I just got back, walked up here, walked right by her, and I told her, don't talk to me. So.
Is it lying though? If she just didn't say?
It's lying. It's lying.
That's fair. I would probably be just as mad. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would be upset. But I don't know. I don't think I would stay mad for very long.
I'm pissed. I'm like beyond pissed.
I can tell.
I mean, like, if he had shit together and I wasn't raising this kid, and this, that, and the other, it's whatever. You know, we'll hang out, be stupid together. She's 21 and he's 35, whatever. I don't give a shit. But, you know, she's been driving to California where he lives, by my parents' house, like, every other weekend, like 4 or 5 days, all this shit. Yeah, so she tells me all this stuff. I'm like, what? You need to be upset. I go, really, you think? Like, this piece of shit, so he's walking upstairs, we're arguing. Not really arguing, I mean, this is my tone, I was using the same tone. I'm not like a really loud person, you know? That's why I get kind of mad sometimes I don't have that yell kind of thing like her other boyfriends have with her. I told him, he's like, what's going on up there? I said, if you walk up here, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking mouth. He's like, okay, I'm going back downstairs. You sound like you're upset. I go, really? Just got my car locked. My niece is texting me, what's wrong with you? I'm like, don't worry about it, it's grown up shit. Go talk to your dad. Oh, never mind, you can't talk to your dad, he's not grown up. So, just kind of heated.
Well, things to keep in mind, and you're obviously welcome to be upset or not. Things to keep in mind, though. His daughter, your niece, is well taken care of. It is a responsibility that you have under control, so you don't have to worry about him screwing things up. He can do whatever he wants.
That should be his priority should be to like, I'm gonna be such a great person and then get my kid back. I go to court and say, yes, judge, he's doing everything, he's great. No problem signing, I go to the rights to him. That should be priority number one, right? I'm not even a parent, I don't even have kids. How come I get picked that way?
Well, you know what? We've been over that you don't think like the average person many times. But a lot of people think, you know what? My kids, Kid's having a life way better than I can give her.
That's fine, but attempt, try.
What?
If you can ever get her back, be this better person for yourself. Just
You
say,
would.
Hey,
I don't disagree with you, but I'm just telling you that people are not going to look at it like that. They're going to go, "Hey, I get all the benefits. I can see her whenever I want, talk to her whenever I want."
He doesn't. I tell him, if you don't call her at least every day or 5 days a week, you can't come see her the next week or two.
Hmm?
It's the first time he's seen her in 3 months. Because he just doesn't do that. She'll FaceTime him and he won't answer.
Yeah, like I said, whenever he wants to
So-
see her, she's there.
But he can come up here for his birthday and then this, that, and I told Cameron, I said, my birthday's in 2 weeks. I know you have some event planned. Fucking cancel it. Because if people show up somewhere and there's an event going, I'm going to make a fucking scene. You can hang out with your lion friends, my nephew and your sister, fine. I'll take the one person I know I can trust, my niece, and we'll just move. Or you can all get out of the house. There you go. How about that? She just started crying, looking at me crying. I'm like, now we're going to cry, and now we're upset.
Oh,
Get the
man.
fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That shit.
On the other hand,
Hold
though, in Cammie's defense, is it really her place to tell you this stuff?
Yes. Because there's a kid involved, and her sister. What if they get pregnant? What if gets her pregnant? Then what? Is Cammie going to take her sister's kid and we're going to raise their two children?
I would not surprise me.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just to make this.
I mean, only if you guys want to take on that responsibility, because it
No, it's
sounds
not-
like
it's
two
not our-
people that they're gonna. Sounds like they're both people who are willing to give that responsibility up.
I mean, you haven't seen your daughter in 3 months. You can't come up there to do her homework. Your daughter wants you to come to your hub with homework because her dad's here. Wants you to show her all the stuff she's accomplished. And I'll be right there, and they're watching Netflix. He's got his head in her lap. She's playing with his fucking hair. That's more important. That's what I don't understand. So for my girlfriend to be like signing off on this the whole time, that's the other problem.
I don't know if it's so much of her signing off and more of like, well, this is all screwed up. It's not my business. The fact that she said that,
Oh, it's
I
our business.
don't want to
It
tell
was
you because I
strictly
knew
us.
you'd be mad. That's kind of terrible.
I wouldn't be mad right when it started happening. That way we could prepare or something or find out, figure out. Not like this. I just don't. Yeah.
It'll be fine. Besides, it sounds like they're both real winners and they probably deserve each other.
Unbelievable. Knew something was fishy, man. Remember I kept saying there's something not right, or something not right. I can't figure it out.
Sure.
That's what it was.
Well, this is an opportunity for people to also realize that where how important truth is to you and what matters.
That's it. And I told my niece, I said, hey, when I got back, I talked to her first before I came to my room. I said, look, what do you think of Stephanie? She's like, I really don't like her. I think she's a horrible person. She makes bad decisions. I go, that's what I think too. We're on the same page. I gave her a high five. The camera center looking at me like, just staring at me. And I looked at her and said, I'm not talking to you. Stand there dumbfounded and stupid looking all you want. I don't want to talk to you. I'm going to my room. I'm going to go stream, see Sam's on. We're going to bullshit. And then I'm just going to vent and be upset. So when I'm ready to talk to you, I'll talk to you. So don't text me. Don't come to bed. If you want to come to bed, I'll go in this bedroom. Or I'll just go somewhere else. I'm not discussing this with you.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I have mixed feelings. I have the benefit of not being directly involved, though.
Remember how I told you her friends were messing up and that guy was like trying to cheat on his girl, and I told her, don't get involved because that's outside our area, our unit. You know, that's why it's different. It's like, this is us. This is like directly us, your sister, my nephew. It's direct. It's not like your friend from work or your friend from college from 4 years ago or blah, blah, blah. And the guy's a scumbag, and then what you do, you run off and told you what I told not to do. Don't tell her how you found out, and you told it, and I had to have to call me, and I had to tell him he was a piece of shit because I didn't want to get involved. You know.
Yeah, but there's also some amount of credit for that needs to be given for wanting to protect your feelings and knew that this would be information that would hurt you.
I would find out eventually. What, in a year from now they say, hey, we're engaged, we're getting married, we're having a kid?
What's the
So then
odds
what?
of that?
Then what? And then what?
What's
Hey, Cameron, do you know about this?
What's
Yeah.
what's
Oh,
the
I
odds
just
of
told-
that? That does not seem like
He
like
is-
particularly high odds to me from what I've heard of
He's-
both of
He's
them.
Mr. Fall in Love. Mr. Charming. Fall
Yeah,
in
but
love,
she's not.
Yeah, I know that. She is.
And
so there's
she's
something
bad
in
at
it, is
things.
She is very codependent. She has to always have a guy. So if he's playing the right role for her, she will eat it up, and that's what it is.
Well, then maybe they are perfect.
That's,
Maybe he's gonna get some trust fund money and he's gonna get his
She's
daughter
not
back
much.
that way.
She only gets $900 a month now.
Well, it's more than I get. I'd happily take $900
Yeah.
a month.
But she was getting $4,400 a month. Which is what that dumbass Porsche.
Well,
He makes more than she does. I mean, he works for a CVS Home Depot company that like delivers all their shit for him. He works in a warehouse like 60 hours a week. She don't want to move up north or live in a little apartment when she used to live in a certain way. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. Which is fine. I don't have a problem with it. They want that. But tell me in the beginning. Say, hey man, I think she's cool. Hey, I think he's cool. Well, like right on, whatever. But not 3 months. Then you don't even want to try to take care of your kid. And now I'm thinking that maybe they gave COVID to each other.
well, they might have. I mean, I'm sure they probably did, but and they're both young people.
He's 35, she's 21.
Yeah, but 35 is still not a thing.
Oh, I know. I mean, it's not like they're both 20 together, 21 together.
OG, is this raid thing even working? LOL. It should be working if you threw a raid. Yeah, you did. You threw a raid of 4. Thanks, my friend. Appreciate that. You have a great night too. Yeah, the animation plays I think at 5 people coming with the raid, so I don't think I can lower it more than that.
Gotta bring your stream up and watch it.
Yeah, have a wonderful night, friend. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. You've played with me on the hardcore. Well, did I keep you alive? That's the real question. Did you live through it? Oops. I'm getting some bleed black there, brother.
I wonder what Tanya would say about this.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, sorry, hold on. There we go.
I have no idea what she would. To be honest, so like I'm putting those 2 people in the same pile that I would put my niece right now.
And so that I thought about that before I put my headset on. I saw you want to go, dude, this is just like his niece.
But
Like she would find some new dude instead of going trying to find get her kids back or something.
well, supposedly she's fighting to get her kids back. I don't know. My understanding is she finally got the opportunity to see them again this week or next weekend, but she's able to talk to them on the phone now or something. I don't know. But her kids are 2 and much younger than 2, so I don't know. But I'm just like, it's not my business.
It's just like, what's a priority to people?
Well, you would.
I hear everybody that's married and has kids saying, my kids are my priority. Kids are my priority. But there's half the people I know, it's like opposite. It's like not a priority.
I hate to say this, but a lot of people did a bad job of raising their kids, and therefore they're doing a terrible job of raising their kids. It's the circle of failure. But it's true. It's just how it is. They're.
I mean, I don't expect him to be parent of the year in a week. What effort? How hard is it to pick up the phone and call your daughter once a night? Before she goes to bed, tell her you love her. It's not hard.
No,
I talk to my friends every day. My same friends I've had since I was a kid. Every day we talk and text. We always say, look man, take it easy. Ronnie, how's Indiana going? Hey Stephanie, how's Germany going? Amir, how's Reno? How you doing? My best friend's sister Toby just had a baby. I called her and talked for an hour, bullshit with her, called his parents. I mean, why does it feel like it's hard? It's difficult.
So here's the flip side of that, right? Like, Remington went to college. I messaged him, Facebook, whatever. Talked to him. At least send him a message every day, pretty much. And he responded in kind. Okay? But now, I have gone literally years without speaking to my father. No reason, no malice, no nothing. We just have literally gone years without talking before. And now we text back and forth a little bit more often than before. He likes to text me now when he's bored. Like, he's always been like worried about technology, and now he's finally kind of like embracing it a little bit. I think that's
adults, though. You're not like a 12-year-old kid.
That's true, and I'm not saying that it's not different in their situation. I'm just saying that I have had situations where I've literally not talked to my parents for years or months. I moved out of the house at 18. I literally didn't talk to my father except for my wedding. For years.
Well, my mom's the same way. It's just, if I didn't have to do that stuff for her, I wouldn't. But the rest of my siblings give me shit all the time. That's why I got her a house and set her up.
Yeah.
I just got to show my family, hey, well, we can't really watch take care of her all the time, you know, since you're kind of doing well, you know. So the house that my mom and dad rented before my dad passed, I got a hold of the realtor, and I said, can I buy the house? Yeah. So there she was, so she has to worry about, like, eviction or not making her rent. I mean, there you go.
You should make her worry about getting evicted.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, we don't get along. She's a horrible mom at all. I mean, but I'm civil, and I go, hey, how's your day going? When I come up and hang out, I still do those kinds of things.
Yeah, I mean, I message my parents every once in a while, but before, I couldn't have cared. You know, like, my mom, I'd see her sometimes at Christmas, but I got used to the idea that my mother was going to just disappoint me. And it took me a long time to kind of get over it.
Yeah, she cheated my dad all the time, so I never really had none of her advice I ever wanted to hear.
Yeah, I don't think it wasn't that. It was just, my mother went to an abusive relationship after she left my dad.
Uh-huh.
And they were very, very poor. So not only was he kind of abusive, they lived super poor. So like, I'd be like, oh, am I gonna get to see my mom and my brothers? You know, because my grandparents would come get me for all these holidays, and I would go see all my grandparents' side of the family and stuff. And they're like, I don't know, your mom said she might be able to be here. My mom didn't show. You know, like, literally probably 3 holidays. I bet you I can count on both my hands the number of times I got to spend time with my mother until I got to middle school. That I can remember before I was a kid.
So I'm sorry.
It is what it is. Like, part of it was her being flaky. Part of it was my stepmother using my relationship with my mother as a punishment stick. Like, it is what it was. So, you know.
You think I'm like you should creep out a paddle. He's just never gonna be the parent that I think he should be for his kid.
Well, I tell you, if you can wish him to do that, and you can hope, and you could pray. Maybe you can even like guide him sometimes in a particular direction. But you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And that's what he is. That's what he is.
I think it would be a problem if you didn't have a child. I think it would
yeah, but that's just it. He's the horse taking care of his daughter. Is the water that you want the horse to be able to take care of. And he's just not there. He should. He's responsible for this human being. But, you know, some people just, they're not responsible people. You know, I know this guy who he's got a kid, and he was like, I'm gonna do everything for my kid. I'm gonna be there, blah 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 blah. And a few months ago, I saw him. I'm like, hey man, how things going with your girl and stuff? He's like, I don't know. She kicked me out of the house 6 months ago. I haven't seen my kid since. I'm like, what the S? You know, it's just some people are like that. I don't know why. Jeez, this quest.
How about this? When you're 16, you have to take this big test, okay? And if you fail the test, then you have to take a pill, and you can't get pregnant until you retake that test. And there's all kinds of cool guidelines, like how to be a parent, what do you do, this, that, and the other, yada, yada.
I don't think that's...
Same for voting. Like, if you don't know what you're voting for, you should vote to vote. You can't just vote because, like, hey, I think they got cool eyes. No, you should vote for, like, what's going on in our country.
The problem is...
Fair? Is that fair?
The problem with that kind of stuff is there's always somebody in power making the rules, and those people can tweak things and take things away.
No,
I personally... No, it won't be. It will be if you're in charge of it, and then if you're no longer in charge of it, then it's going to turn into somebody else's thing.
Oh, no, it's forever.
No, it's not how it works.
That's my rule.
Yeah, but what happens when the next guy? Anything that you do while you're president, the next guy can undo.
Let's just say it was real. Just make me happy for a second.
Okay, let's pretend you're happy for a second.
How great would that be?
I have a hard time living in fantasy land. I feel like that would be pretty terrible.
Someone like your niece, someone like my nephew, I couldn't cause damage to people and put a responsibility on somebody else because they wanted to be stupid. Wouldn't that be great?
I feel like your heart is in the right place, but I think like if you wanted to have that particular fantasy where they can't screw things up, there's where is it? There's a bunch of different fantasy worlds.
Remember how we talked about abortion, how many people get abortions a year?
Yes,
that
a million.
That would all stop. It would be done. It wouldn't happen.
It wouldn't, but it would certainly help. But I think there's
It's only a bad thing. It's like a pop.
I think there's going to be a time.
Jason again, and I failed that test. I'm like, hey, I'm ready for this shit. Then obviously, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. No, I think there's going to be a time in the future, and maybe this is where I can agree with you. There'll be a time in the future where someone's going to get pregnant, and you're going to go, oh shit, I'm not ready to be a parent. And they're going to be able to take that baby, pull it out of the womb, and put it in some sort of stasis, right? And it's going to sit there until you're ready to be a parent, or somebody else is, like someday somebody will be ready for that child.
Okay, fair.
Like I think that is the thing that can happen someday in the future.
Yeah, I'll agree with it. I like that idea.
Yeah, like I think that's a situation, because have you never had a situation where you rose to the occasion?
Oh, huh.
Yeah, and I feel like there are people out there.
But I think going to it blindly and stupidly without those consequences, or going,
Sure,
oh, well, I'll just do it next time, next week I'll do it, next month.
But so,
Not right now.
for me, for example, right? Again, my wife and I were engaged. We'd been engaged for 2 months, and we were planning a fall wedding, and we found out that Remington was on the way. I feel like we rose to that occasion.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, were we the world's best parents? Clearly not, because my kid's got problems. But he's not a bad screw up. But I also feel like I basically raised my niece from 2 until 12, and she's all sorts of screwed up. So maybe I just broke her. Like that's the thing that really kicks me in the pants about my niece.
It's like my niece. I told her, you don't have records anymore. I'm like these other parents that say, 18, get the fuck out, good luck, roll the dice. I'm like, you don't have records to leave. You're my family.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a person. It's okay. We even have my Jewish friends family. They all like to stick together. Grandma's still around, sister brothers still around. They all just love each other all day long. They love arguing, fighting. it's great. It's like, oh, like, where can people like that?
Well, multi-generational homes are definitely a thing, and they're probably going to be coming back in a real way soon. I personally am not one of those people, but I was raised. I knew my whole life that I had my 18th birthday or graduating high school, whichever came first. Like I knew that was my family's rule, my whole life. It'd be nice if they didn't tell you every day, but
I mean, literally, my mom's neighbor across the street up in Northern California, I was talking last time I was there. His kid's 17. He's like, I can't wait till 18th birthday to get the heck out of the house. I'm like, is he working? No, he's just going to school. Was he in the military thing? No, he's going to school. I'm like, you know it's like hard. Try to explain to him, well, he's 18, he's an adult, he doesn't work out. I'm like, who does that? What parent is that?
I think it's still a thing. Like, again, I used to tease my kid that all the time. The difference is I would tell him the opposite thing. I would tell him 18 or till you finish school, whichever comes last. But for me, it's a matter of as long as you're moving forward. Like, Remington's doing a good...
birthday, get the heck out, never had a job in your life. It's like, was he be homeless?
No, but I made sure that he had a job. Remington had a job before he was 18. Not the best job. Like, he worked at a nursing home at the weekends and stuff. Like, but I made sure he had a skill before he left for school, or was out of high school.
And he was going forward in a career, goal-orientated?
No, I made him I told him that he had to pick a thing, because at our school, if your grades are a certain point, and you're a junior or a senior,
you get college courses.
You get college courses for part of your high school, right?
Yeah.
So I made him do that. I told him, look, I don't care what's going on, because he had plans to go to this particular college, and I was like, look, I don't care if you want to go to this college or not. I think it's going to be great. I know you want to get in psychology, yada yada yada. I think it'll be wonderful, but you're going to have some sort of skill that you can fall back onto while you're going to school or whatever. Like, that just is smart. And it took a little bit, but he eventually came around. He's like, yeah, it's a good idea. And now people ask him, he's like, yeah, it was a great idea. Because he likes it, he feels good about it. He makes good money. He's appreciated.
It's a wonderful thing. So when he told her, I said, don't ever feel like pressure. Like if your school's stressing you out at college level, you can't make rent or whatever. You don't ever be homeless. If you want to go for your PhD, it's been 16 years in school, you just stay here. It's not a problem. Don't ever have that feeling of like you have to go somewhere. You have to. No. But I never had that feeling. I had the same like you did. It was like you got to buckle down. That's why I went and played sports. I was going to get a scholarship. Because I didn't want to end up being like my brothers and then like working in a warehouse, working menial jobs, making not, it was not going to be my path.
Oh God, we can't get back out of here? Alright, we're probably going to die.
You're going to make it.
I got 20 hit points. My hirelings are dead. Gotta get this pet summoned. It looks like the name is over there in the corner now. He's almost dead, I guess. Almost half.
How's your build going?
It's fine. It's low-level spellcasters are hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's all because they do a lot of melee.
Yeah.
Part first.
Just fine. It's just, it wouldn't be so bad had we... See, what do we have? 7 Reapers so far in this quest? And then this red named happened to have 2 champ dogs with him. Oh, we did it. That.
Yeah, having to draw all my drama all the time.
Well, I mean, I don't mind. It gives me something to think about and something to talk about. But again,
this is all new to me. This is all, I guess, I've been single for so long. Just worried about me. And now I feel like I have to worry about everybody. I'm like, dude, how can I worry about me?
Yeah.
How about Jason get some time?
Well, I hate to say this, it's heavy the head who wears the shoulders.
Here's the worst part, though, is the 12-year-old is like the sanest of everybody. And that's just weird.
No. She's not at the place where she's gone crazy yet. Kids under the age of like 13, sometimes 14, they're great.
You know, she'll be 13 on the 22nd. I'll be 45 on the 28th.
And maybe she'll go crazy on the 23rd.
But I expect her to be like all upset and crying and all this stuff that's happening at the house. But she was just like, whatever. I'm going to my room. I'm going to go read.
Yeah, because kids are resilient. They understand.
I told her, I said, you know, your dad, that could be your stepmom. She's like, oh, please don't say that.
It's possible. However,
Which don't hide it from me. I don't have a problem if you want to do that. They're adults, but don't hide it from me. And I want my girlfriend being the one doing it too.
yeah, I don't feel like that's the thing that... I don't know. I would consider that not my business to share. I mean, that's how I feel. I don't know if everyone would feel that way, but I feel that way.
If I walked in on her mom like humping some dude, and I didn't tell her for like a year, 2 years, she'd be so beyond pissed off. I'd be like, Cameron, this is what happened.
Yeah,
I went
but
to talk to your mom, and she was fucking some dude. Because that's how it happened with my mom and my dad. See, all these years before I was even around, she was cheating. So when I was 12, I went to the back bedroom where mom was doing some reading shit, and she was actually in the bathroom with the door open all day. She was sitting on the toilet. She was telling somebody on the phone, "Can't wait to see you again. I love you." That I'm like, what the fuck? My dad's sleeping in his bedroom. So I'm 12, right? So she doesn't know I hear it. So I go in my bedroom. I grab the house phone. I call my brother. Okay. I said, dude, Scott, we gotta wake Dad up, because he said, why? I said, Mom's on the phone telling me she loves some dude. He's like, don't fucking say nothing. It'll cause drama. She's been cheating for years. I said, but we gotta tell Dad. She goes, he knows. He's known for years. So at that point, I lost a lot of respect for my father and a lot of respect for my brother. For not, like, you're letting her get away with this shit. Everybody's like letting her get away with it. She should have been divorced, thrown in the trash years ago. But everybody kept love and she's this, it's her mom. I can't look at her that way. I watch movies with my mom and she's like, I can't believe this lady's cheating on her husband. And I'm boiling inside so bad. I want to say, she doesn't know I know. I want to just go, you fucking bitch, you know.
Well, maybe you
worked
should.
on my dad for so many years. Everybody protected her.
Yeah, but I wonder if they had some sort of understanding.
No, he told her the last time in like 77, 2.
Yeah, I remember you saying
I
that.
adopted. And he told her, he goes, I'm moving back to this doctor from San Jose, San Francisco area. I'm done with all the stuff you're doing. So if you come in and end all this, or you're staying. That was like, my brother said, like the 7th time she ran off to Chicago with the guy who lived across the street before I was even born. And left my dad with my sisters and my brother.
Your
and
mom must...
He took her fucking back.
With all that practice of whoring, she must have been great in the sack.
Dude, she's not... Remember, I'm not related. So, I mean, she's not attractive at all. Even when she was younger. Not at all.
That doesn't mean anything.
But I'm just saying,
Monica Lewinsky wasn't attractive while she was younger either, but she's gotten there now.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying that some people have talents, my friend. I don't know.
Let's see. When I was 25, I said, Dad, how come your mom never, like... He's like, what? I said, like, you know, I said, my friends, as we've caught parents, like, doing stuff. He's like, oh, yeah, we haven't had sex in about 10 years.
They probably, again, there was some sort of thing. I don't know what, whether it was spoken, unspoken, agreed to, I don't know. But all I know is...
She'd go to my aunt's bar to pick my brother and was bartending, and he'd be like, oh, you're going to go whore again. And I thought he was just being like a jerk. I didn't know what he was talking about. So he just stayed, because I think he worked so much at the restaurant he owned, that there's no one to take care of the kids, so he had to keep her around.
That could very well be it.
So...
Like, I started talking with my dad, and I don't know how much of this he figured out after the fact. I hope most of it.
About your abusive stepmom?
Yeah. But he told me some stories the last time not the last time, but not long ago, the couple of times we talked. Because I used to tell him, like, she was a terrible person, Dad. Oh, don't say bad things about her. This, after she left him like the second time or something. I'm like, look, man, she's terrible. She's literally a terrible human being. Some of the stuff that I know she did, yada yada yada. Oh no, she just tough raising all these kids, yada yada yada. I'm like, okay, whatever, Dad. So I let it go. Finally, my dad has come to realization that she's not a good person. And he was trying to tell me things. And again, some of this stuff I think he learned after she was gone. But I don't know how much of this stuff he may have known and overlooked at the time. He started telling me this story that I guess he got from another person. She used to work at a meat packing plant here in town, right? Or not here in town, but in my hometown. And she would come home at all sorts of weird hours, and she would always be like, "Oh yeah, I picked up an extra shift or whatever," And apparently that's pretty not true. Apparently she was engaging multiple men on the side of the road, like numerous times.
I mean, don't men have pride anymore?
Wow, this was... I'm not sure when this was.
I'm saying is people always talk about like, oh, people lose respect and I won't deal with it. Well, so some guy in the street call you an asshole and that guy gets beat up, you disrespected me, but allow your spouse or somebody to fucking just do that shit to you and it's okay?
Again, I don't think my dad knew about a lot of this stuff at the time. I think it's part of the reason why he's gotten over her, is he's starting to learn some of these stories about how she actually was. But like, he was just telling me the stories like, yeah, it turns out that she was trying to get this other girl or whatever to go out with her, because she went out with these two Mexicans the night before and were just banging on the side of the road, and they wanted to go back out again, and she was trying to get this girl to go with him, and she's like, no, I'm not like that, blah 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 blah. But I'm like, jeez.
I mean, I think sometimes husbands and wives will choose their spouse over their kids, and it's just fucking horrible.
Oh, I'm sure that's the case. But I know there's lots of times where it's been the other way around, too.
I came home from college one time, and I walked in the house, and my mom and I were arguing. So my dad's big, my dad was 6'8", my mom's like 5'2". So he was sitting in the chair in the living room, and they were arguing. And I came in, what the hell's going on? Not arguing. And so I was just, nothing you need to know about it. Right? I said, okay. So he kept arguing with her. So she went and grabbed the cookie jar, and went to smash it on the back of his fucking head. So I grabbed both of her arms, like, what are you doing? And what's my dad do? Take your fucking hands off your mother. I said, what? She was just smashing you in your head with the fucking cookie jar over your head.
Yeah.
So that's another time I lost a little track of my phone. I was like, really? You're gonna, like, not say thanks from getting my head smashed open and then call the police to arrest you for domestic violence? I didn't tackle her, I just grabbed over her wrist, like, barely, just so she wouldn't do it. Thing dropped to the floor. And so he tells me, take your fucking hands off your mother. I'm like, what? If my mom was to smash me back in the head and he did that and help me, I'm like, Dad, thank you. Not, don't touch your wife like that.
Different times, my friend.
I just don't get it. It'll never be me. Everybody think I'm weird. I don't think I'm weird, I think I'm normal. But all my friends say, no, you think normal like people should think, but it's not normal. Because people don't think that way.
Yeah, that is the case. Oh my goodness. Can we...
I'm gonna move out the camera. She's texting me.
Okay. Good luck.
Okay.
Keep your temper.
No, I'm not a yeller.
No, it doesn't matter. That's not the...
I don't get all vocal and scream and loud.
Well, it's probably what she's used to from parents having these kind of discussions. But you don't... Just keep in mind that she had reasons for things. You can find the reasons for things, and you can either agree or disagree with her logic. Alright. Oh, man. Part of me really hopes that this Cameron chick is watching the stream, trying to get the getting his side, his unfiltered side. Like, I suspect that she would get it if she asked, but I think he's probably too buttoned up to share willingly. Alright, I'm actually going to take a second, heal these guys. Let's get Frenzy. Frenzy already shrined, great. Yeah, healing Frenzy is going to be an uphill battle here, huh? Even Ellery's only hitting him for 26. Pretty close. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's see if we can get through this one. This one I find to be probably the most difficult of the chain to just like push through. And it's actually this part. It's through this stupid maze that I find to be the most difficult. I have had this fight go poorly before. Not enough to kill me, I don't think, but enough to make me retreat. I'd like to find a nice place to stand and deal with this, but so anyway, my chat thing is all messed up here. I should say a little messed up here. But hopefully everyone's having a good time. Hopefully you guys are getting a little bit out of the conversation, a little bit of the gameplay, a little bit out of the conversation. So if you've never watched my stream before, I'm a big advocate for letting people kind of have a place where they can talk about things and just have like a safe place to kind of interact with the world, discuss things. And I will always do my best to try to be effective and honest in everything about the conversation that we're having, whether it's something like this relationship stuff or if it's something something different, you know, something political. Often it boils into political nature because I enjoy the political talk, so I try not to get specific, terribly specific, but I do sometimes get a little bit direct. But yeah, I just like to have an opportunity for people to get their frustration out, have a conversation, whatever it may or may not be. As long as we keep the conversation civil and moving forward, that's all I really ever care about. So if you happen to be watching the stream and you have a topic of conversation you want to throw at us, let me know. We'll put it out there. This one, all these actually can get tough. What am I saying? Alright, sorry. I saw an opportunity to get somebody with more followers to throw people my direction. So whenever I see an opportunity to do that, I do my best to kind of snag the loves. All right. Alright. So remember how I made a big deal about making sure I had my Freedom of Motion potion? Freedom of Motion potion. Oh man. That was funny. And then I didn't put it on my bar. Freedom of Motion potion. Oh man. It's too good. Some of the kids here need some extra heals. Oof. That was rough. Alright, now we gotta... Just gonna set them back here and toggle them. Yeah, I thought this was a Rust Monster spot. Well, this one must have failed real bad. It's stuck. Nice. Yeah, we might need that plus to hit, actually. I'm not 100% sure, but I felt like we were a little bit in a tough spot there. Alright, so I was going to save this shrine as a possible come back to it or whatever, but I think we're just going to use it now. I feel like it's safer. So I think that what's going to happen is I'm going to start by going in alone. I think this is actually going to go quite poorly. Because he's not going to take fire damage. We don't do that much cold. All we can really do is try to like pop him. Which is fine. We can dance around and pop him for a long time, I think.
I'm back.
I heard you popping around. Calmer.
Not really.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Asked her a specific question. I said, "Your sister no, but my nephew doesn't talk to his niece. It doesn't attempt to be any type of parent." She said, "Yeah, pretty much no." I said, "Well, then they're both selfish. They both deserve each other." Then I said, "I can't trust you." I said, "I can't trust you, Cameron. It's gonna take you a while to get my trust back." "Why do you say that?" I said, "I can't trust you. That's just a simple thing. How do I know when you're on break at work and you're really humping your doctors or humping some male nurse? How do I know? I know you've been humping your bodies, your yoga dude that's always hitting on you.
This does not feel well.
You're gonna win.
No, I was talking about your...
Oh. Well, it's true.
I
She's gonna
think-
lie to you about something like that little, and she won't lie about anything else. She's like, "Are you gonna take off again?" I said, "I'm not, Mike. Maybe I'll go to the strip club. Maybe we'll find a hooker. We'll find another, whatever. You wanna do that?" I said, "I won't. I really won't, but..."
Yeah,
Trust you.
maybe it's
So,
just... Maybe it's just me, but... Again, I feel like people... I don't know. Since... It's tough, because she's just made a desire to like overshare things that she shouldn't have with people that were less important. But on the other hand, it's, oh my god, I can't believe this thing like one-shotted that guy.
Those martial laws are tough.
Yeah, but I don't know. Frenzy usually is like 10 out of 10 good. He's letting me down right now. This quest chain's tough. We're also on R2. It's a little tough for...
You're using a first level Hireling, aren't you?
No, Frenzy's level 3.
Oh, which one's the first level one? Is there a first level one that's pretty tough?
There's a barbarian. I can't think of his name.
Yeah. That's supposed to say it was.
Yeah. No, and I kind of understand the idea of omitting some things as to not hurt, to have the desire to protect your feelings, especially if it's something that you kind of think's just going to blow over after a little bit.
Like I said, if
'Cause, like, what happens-
My dog needs all the time, he's talking all the time, he's doing better. I'm good with it. I can do right on, man.
Yeah, but he's
I'm running out like, but
a fuck up. He's not going to do that. You just have to reset your expectations.
But
to-
before these 3 months of seeing, he was actually doing that. He was doing so much better. Talking to her all the time. You know, you have friends, you all hang out all the time. Then they get a girlfriend and you don't see him for like 5 months, and also you see him again because they broke up and now they want to be your friend. That's what it's like with him. So he gets my niece's hopes up that he's going to actually be a better person, and it's shot down to flames. Shot down to flames. So if her sister was so co-signing with it, it means they're both just selfish people. And I don't want to be around them.
Well, that's fair. You don't have to be.
But they're down there in my living room. That's where they're out hanging out. All of them. My niece is in her room. I'm in my room.
And tell him to get out.
You know?
I mean, the only thing you can do is you can have an honest conversation with your nephew and be like, look, I do this stuff for her and for you, and I'm trying to, I want you to be the kind of person that you deserve, your daughter deserves you to be. But if you can't get your shit together, you're not going to be welcome around here no more. And I want you to be there for your needs, and I want you to be this person, and you were doing it. You were doing everything I felt like you needed to do. I keep, my fondest wish is that someday you're going to be in a place mentally and everything else that you can take your daughter back home. And I know that she's going to be in good hands. because she's ultimately your responsibility. But every time I start to think this, you do something or you prove to me that make me feel like we're either starting back over at zero or that you're fucking up. And all I want you to do is this checklist of things to show me that you're on the right path. Maybe you just need to have a conversation with him man to man. And maybe it'll work.
Why couldn't we have that 3 months ago?
Because you didn't know.
That's what I'm saying, so just tell me right in the beginning, hey, I think this shit, that digger or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, hey, okay.
Yeah, but some people don't go to that place right away. Some people think, oh, we're just going to go have fun for a little bit, and then that'll be it. She'll be gone. You know, the fact that the two of them are together 6 months, it sounds like that might be a strange thing. Maybe not. From what I understood, it sounded like a thing that doesn't happen all the time.
And I told him, I said, and I didn't tell him, I told her, Cameron, I said, you do know that she's seen other dudes. So what's the thing? I said, Owen goes, oh no, they say they're dating. And she's, you know, I said, well, did she's fucking me and she's cheating the neck then? I don't know what to tell you about your sister. She's like, can I come to bed? I said, you can come to bed all you want. I'll still get the room.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's weird. Maybe they've had a conversation and they're not exclusive. Maybe they just together when they're together and they're not together when they're not.
That's totally fine. No problem there. I guess I just had one problem I have. He's not being upfront with me. And he's supposed to be trying to get his kid back. This is more of a priority.
Yeah, I just don't. If that, has he said that's his goal? Like that he's come to you. He's like, look, I really want to get my kid back.
Yeah, that's why he quit drinking and went to rehab. It has a drink. We had dinner time. The guy's like, you like a drink, sir? He's like, no, I don't drink anymore.
Well, then you need to have a conversation. You need to tell him, like, look, is this not your goal? Is this not what needs to, like, feel like you're messing up? Feel like you're messing up, and it pisses me off. You're lying to me. You're not telling me things. You're not letting me help you get on the right path. And I feel like what's worse is you're letting, I don't know if I know the niece's name. Araya down. I think that's my nephew's name, actually.
She's named after Slayer's lead singer, Tom Araya.
Oh, no. He's named after, I think he's Filipino. Like, their family came from overseas. He's third generation, I think, or second generation. Third generation, I think. And I think he's named after his that side's grandfather, I believe, Uriah.
We always call her Rue. We never call her anywhere out there.
Oh no. I always just call him Rai. I think that's what they call him. Because it's easier for me to remember than Uriah. I'm an American with an American word palette.
Man, I knew it was a thing there. I'm so confused. Fuck this.
I don't know, like I said,
I couldn't imagine having a kid and having my uncle raise my kid, and I'm all trying to hump like his girlfriend's sister.
yeah, but
in
you're
a
not.
house where it's just
You're just different person, man. A lot of people think with their little head.
Can't you do both? Can't you like?
Well, I would like to think he could,
Don't you
but
think that's the problem? Too?
maybe he can't.
I mean, she's at the house. She hasn't seen him in 3 months. And she's like, "Can you come look at my homework, Dad? You know, I want to show you some stuff I got. Some awards, teachers, the comments they made about my schoolwork. Like, I'll be right there. A few minutes."
Well, she's
what
gonna
I'm saying.
have she has a terrible actual father, but she's got you. I really want to just pull this lever and leave.
Told Cameron, I said, they're Bonnie and Clyde, your mob are all part of the same gang.
I feel like that's probably not a fair.
I feel like I'm J. Edgar Hoover, I'm like the leader of the feds or something.
I don't know. Again,
Or I'm Elliot Ness or something, yeah?
I
They're Al Capone's gang.
I think you're just more upset at the news and the fact that that it was kept from you.
Yeah,
And I understand.
From the
But
beginning, it was fine. I think I've been like, alright, at least we can have it, not like, I'm just dreading to hear in like months, like, oh, guess what, grabbing a kid. I just don't want to do it. I don't know. Oh my god.
maybe, again, maybe it's a stable enough relationship. I don't know. I doubt it. But I don't know. I said I've also learned the reality of the situation is that people aren't going to live their lives the way I want them to. The way that I hope they will.
Yeah, they hope.
You know, my son keeps hanging out with his ex. I think she's trash. She cheated on him with his best friend at the time. Got his best friend to not tell him or say anything for months.
So the best friend did him a favor. Say, hey, you shouldn't be this chick. Look what she does.
Yeah, but when the best friend finally admits it was him, after weeks of like, I don't know, man, we gotta I'll help you try to figure out who she could have been around with, stuff like that. Like that's.
But the point is that he's back hanging out with her. So it's like a whole thing. Like, yeah, like a guy stands there, two girls are fighting over one dude. He's like, okay, you two can fight over me. I'm just gonna go hump somebody else and then hump you both again. It's like
Yeah.
you should be hitting the guy. Like your son should be hitting the girl because she's not.
Well,
she can't trust her.
I think you can hate them both.
But you
but-
can't trust her, obviously. And the best friend did him a favor. Say, hey, look, she's not a very good person.
Yeah, I still think they were both in the wrong, but
I agree. You definitely
my
can't take her back.
my point is that she's around, and he was like, yeah, we're never gonna get back together in a relationship, but it's just better for everybody if we stay friends. And this is when they were still going to school. They had all the same friends, yada yada yada. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I guess it makes sense, but
The apple cart around there.
yeah. But it's like, I told him, I said, I won't talk to her. I won't engage her. I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, you know how my feelings are when it involves this. And the fact that it was you makes it twice as bad. It's like, yeah, I know. I hadn't spoke to her until recently. Like, I literally had not. And the only reason why I spoke to her was, and this girl's a little bit weird, which for my son I thought was fine, huh?
She plays Magic in it?
No, she's, I don't think so anyway. She might, I don't know. But she's one of the people that she cheated on him with was a girl.
Right on.
No, not right on.
No, it's bad. Cheating's bad.
Right.
I just forgot what you said, girl. Hey.
Yeah, sure. Like, I don't care whose private picture you're rubbing up against if it's not not welcome.
Yeah, who you bumping noses with?
Yeah. But I always felt like she had she's either like hyper feminine or like masculine. Right? So anyway, we're out working on the bus it wasn't this weekend. I think it was last weekend. Out working on the bus, and I hear, hey! And I turn around and I see a person I didn't recognize. I'm like, hello? Or hi or something. Like, I made a response. And my wife goes, hi, Bailey. I'm like, what the shit? That's a guy. Like, I honestly thought it was a guy.
Wow.
wearing like a flannel button-up shirt.
Look like Kurt Cobain.
I don't know who. Well, I know who Kurt Cobain is, but I don't have a picture
Oh, okay.
in my head. You know.
Looks like a grunge rocker.
I don't know. I couldn't see anything from like the chest down because it was sitting on the other side of the car.
Oh, okay.
So all I saw was like shoulders, head. You know, looked like a short hair. Like the last time I saw her, I thought she had grown her hair back out some. Looked like a lady, but did not look like a lady this time. You know what I mean? Like, I literally didn't think it was a lady. So the first thing I've said to this person in literally months was recently.
Did you take her to dinner? Hang out with?
No, not now. We did. We used to. Now I would, like I said, now that I can recognize this new person, I probably will return to ignoring their presence. Which is great because they come in, they play D&D at my place.
Uh-huh.
Right, and she's part of their D&D group, which is part of the reason that it was just easier if he learned to tolerate her again or whatever he said.
Do you think they were kind of really boyfriend and girlfriend, or they were just kind of like...
No, I think
benefits kind of...
I think that he certainly was.
Okay. You know what
And
I'm saying? Like that age, that young.
well, they were 20.
Oh, okay, I'm thinking they were younger than that.
No, 20. You know, they're college. They're freshmen in college. Like,
It was recent. Okay.
yeah, it was a year and a half ago. But, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I was just shocked. I thought, oh, this must be the other, like, there's another friend that I don't know very well that comes over for D&D. I was like, oh, it must be him. And when my wife's like, hi, Bailey, I was like, what the? That is not who that is. I told my kid that, too. I was like, yeah, when Bailey came over the other day, and your mom's like, hi, Bailey, it freaked me out. I thought, I was pretty, like 99.9% sure that was a dude.
What do you say?
He's like, yeah, she got a little butch that day, didn't she? I'm like,
She probably is, but
kid, I think she plays both sides of the field. I think whatever moves, I don't know. I think whatever.
The only ones that I know that play both the field are like really good like the chicks.
Well, she's
Yeah,
got
that's cool,
potentially to be cute. Like, she's not ugly. She's just like the first time I met her, she had what I would consider a very butch, very male haircut, but she was wearing this like really cute and attractive white dress. Felt like it was a little small for her. Like she would, you know, freshman 15, whatever, maybe. I don't know.
Gotcha.
But like, you know, it was a little snugger than I think it needed to be. But you know, and I don't mind a pixie cut on a chick, you know.
Yeah, I dated a girl years ago that had short hair.
Yeah,
Over
like-
top. She was beautiful, but you could tell she was like a feminine girl though. She wasn't.
Yeah, well,
She
that's what I'm
was
saying.
beautiful.
Like, that's how we first were introduced to her. She was like that, wearing a dress, but and had a butch haircut, yada yada yada, you know. But I think it's a situation where, because my kid is very uncomfortable with relationships, I think, in that way, and I think he's pretty asexual in that way, but he didn't want to bang her because he's like, he would ask me, he's like, is there a way to absolutely, like, 100% make sure you don't have a kid? I'm like, no. Like, if a penis goes in a
Unless
vagina,
Unless she's on the shot.
even then, like, there's the only thing that's 100% guaranteed is to not put a penis in a vagina. And that's the truth. That's what I told him. I said, That doesn't mean that things aren't 99% effective. Doesn't mean that, you don't use 2 different forms of birth control and
Yeah,
you
she got
reduce.
shot, use a condom.
Yeah, reduce that stuff
Pulls
way
out,
down.
Whatever.
Well, no, pull out's not pre-cum.
With the condom. I'm saying with condom on.
Yeah, sure. I'm just saying, like, once a penis goes in a vagina, you have a shot. May not be the best chance, but there's a chance. So I think he just was like, nah, I'm not ready to take the risk. We can do other stuff.
I was the same way. I was the same way when I was young. I was the same way. Like,
Yeah.
nah, just.
We can do hand stuff. We can do mouth stuff. We can do other things. Like, that's what I told him. I said, look, man, there's an awful lot of ways to show physical love.
Boob sex, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, there's all sorts of ways to have physical pleasure. Like, it's literally pretty much without limits. He's like, okay.
That's good he asked the questions.
Yeah, well, we've always had that kind of relationship where, I've always told him that happy to answer any question, happy to have any conversation, just like everyone on the stream. I literally will anything. Never going to say, oh, we're not going to talk about that, or whatever, that's uncomfortable. We will never not have a conversation because it's uncomfortable. And we will go into as in detail or not detail as you want.
I bet your 6 streamers right now watching are thinking, what the fuck are they talking about?
I think a lot of them have been listening this whole time. They know what's going on.
That was cheesy.
Oh. Speaking of stuff and streamers and going on, I've only got a couple more weeks left to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark on the YouTube channel to monetize my YouTube videos. So, if you guys haven't already reached out and followed on youtube.com/SamusGarobo, do me a favor. Think about it. Obviously, it's free. It's a great way to support the stream for free. And it happened to be really weird that YouTube is just now processing my request from 2 years ago after they changed the rules. So 2 years ago, I met all the qualifications. I had the view, because it used to be that you had to have so many hours of your videos watched in a month was the only criteria, and I had that. Like, I had people watched the hell out of my stuff, right? Well, they sent me an email. And they're like, hey, we noticed that you are currently not following, or you currently don't meet all our guidelines. And you have 30 days to get to the 1,000 subscriber mark. And if you do, we will grant your request for monetization. If not, we're going to close this request for monetization, and you can reapply for monetization when you meet the
requirements.
Meet the requirements. So I'm like, shit. That means if I have to get to 1,000 subscribers, basically by the end of the month. Basically, it's a little bit over the end of the month, but it's basically the end of the month. So today I mentioned it when Voodoo rated me, and a bunch of people hit the subscribe button over there on YouTube. So that was really great. Oh, I still think I need like 600 maybe. Yeah, I'm at 342. So I still need like 658. But I'm going to go on DDOcast next week. I'm going to have a conversation with Lessa, I think, before then, and see if she can snag something into the damsels for me, or if I need to record something to
like a PSA?
Yeah, something like that. Like, just a little ad, like, hey, I'm Samus Garobo. You might know me from such podcasts as DDOcocktailer.com, or streams such as, twitch.tv/SamusGarobo, or great videos on my YouTube channel, like Follow the Noob, or a walkthrough guide of every quest from level 1 to 17, or, build videos, etc. And then I'll just be like, hey, I have a request. If you guys can help me out, take a second and subscribe on the YouTube channel. It's free. And if we can get to 1,000 subscribers in the next month, when you guys are stuck watching those commercials, I can get my, my 5 cents or whatever.
Do you have Instagram?
I don't at the moment.
Dude, your Instagram, post it through there, man. Your followers and just load it up.
Yeah, I don't know how many DDO followers we would have, but
I have like 1,100 followers and I don't do shit.
wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, like I said, for me, what I'm hoping to do is I want to do more stuff with the bus pretty soon, like a bus Instagram.
Put an ad on Pornhub or something. Put like, hey,
Yeah.
freaky DDO sex.
Freaky DDO sex.
I don't know. They get subscribers. Shit. Snapchat.
Yeah, see,
MySpace is all brand new again.
yeah, see, a bunch of that stuff I don't know, as the tech savvy person I used to be, a lot of that stuff is just like, ugh, shiver me timber. But-
agree.
But like, I don't know. I can't make people push that button, is all. So, anybody out there who wants to help me out, hit that button. I appreciate it. I was talking with Voodoo today, I'm like, Voodoo's got something like 2,000, almost 3,000 followers. Stream Tom's got like 2,000, almost 3,000 followers. DDO Axel's got like 2,000 some followers. We should be able to get to the 1,000 follower mark on this channel pretty easily.
What? So you just need to get 1,000 subscribers, right? That's what your goal is.
Right now, yes. If we were to
It
talk
doesn't
about,
have to be DDO related. You do bus stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
So why don't you go to like another game, play Fortnite for a week, and just make some Fortnite videos, and then all those teeny boppers flood.
yeah.
Lord of the Rings Online.
Well, see, Lord of the Rings, I thought about doing some Lord of the Rings stuff. I wanted to do a DDO player lost in Lotro land or whatever. But, and this is where I'll...
Get your 1,000 subscribers, do one morning stream of Lotro, and then do the rest, and then, I don't know, something I can think of.
Yeah. Well, I said I just need to... I'm... There are people out there who can definitely help, and there are people out there who...
So I can make like 50 YouTube accounts, and just have them all subscribe to an account?
Sure, someone could do that. But, like... I just, if people... sometimes there's people, especially like other DDO people, right? Like you're hanging out with or whatever. And you're like playing with people and you're like, hey, my friend Sam I talk about all the time, he's trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. He's got a bunch of weird content on there, DDO stuff, bus stuff, magic stuff, like just varieties of things. He doesn't need you to do anything more than just go subscribe to his YouTube channel. Just like get the word of mouth out there. I'm gonna post something on the forums here real soon. I'm gonna,
There you go.
I want to put a couple of things out on the forums over the next couple of days anyway. And I'm gonna add that in there.
Go look at all your player guides.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff like that. Like I said, I'll do the DDO cast. I'll try to get on Damsels. I might even reach out to
Yeah, Friday Night on Ice, those guys play. The guys from New Orleans.
yeah, I might reach out to some of the other streamers. Like I try to mention it every once in a while. Yeah, both Warble and Dirty, I think, both ended up subscribing
Did they?
recently.
Hey, you like that? My pitch for the Kesher Drew? They all followed suit. The Viva. You like that? Give them 10 bits here, 100 bits here. See?
I'll take it. I'll take all the help I can get sometimes.
That's what I'm saying.
Take it all.
Hey, you want to see Sam play Alchemist at 99% of the gameplays, or Sam play Caster Druid? Caster Druid. See?
Well, I had already eliminated the caster build. I don't think people were that excited for that. I think those two guys wanted to vote more. Because Talab, like I said, Talab is the one person with the single most votes. He's got, because he is a tier 3 subscriber on Twitch, and he is the Big Daddy subscriber on Patreon.
What am I on Twitch? I don't know.
You're the first tier on Twitch.
Oh, is it? I think it's tier 3.
There's a when you go to subscribe, there's a you can pick the tier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so if you do the free one with your Amazon account, or I guess it's called is it Twitch Gaming or something now?
Twitch, yeah, that's it, yeah.
If you're using that one, it defaults to the lowest one.
Oh, okay.
But if you put in your credit card and you were ready to spend some dollars, you can punch in the biggest one, which I never recommend for people to do. Literally, Talab talked me into doing it because he wanted the extra emotes, basically. So, the emotes are all listed on the website.
What will they do? What they get you?
They're just different pictures when you type them up.
Oh, man, I don't care about that.
Yeah, like you don't ever use an emote. You almost, although you could, you have some.
Yeah, like 24,000 points or something.
Yeah, not those, the other ones. So like, you can do the Samus one. I think. You should be able to do that one. I'm pretty sure you can do the Sam Big Eyes. I have to pull up my actual Twitch page and go through the front and pull up the little... Actually, hang on. I think I actually have the actual artwork over here.
Okay, well, here we go. Let's do this one.
Yeah.
Like that one?
Yeah.
You do glasses? Gotcha.
No,
It
you
doesn't
can-
make you any money out of that, right?
no, if you can do those, then I'm making at least $2.50. Not every time you hit the button, but if you have the ability to do that, then you become a Patreon or you become a subscriber. Yeah, the bus one. Yeah, those are all great. Where am I doing? Talking about other things. But then there's a higher tier. Can you do the Solona hype button? Do you know?
Let me check this one first.
Yeah, so you got Solona hype. That looks really weird.
It's called Squish. You can squish it.
Oh, okay. I'm like, that does not look like the one that I made. Let's see, where's my little artwork thing that I made? Like, I made a thing for that artwork so everyone could, like, look right below the screen and see all the potential emotes. And for the life of me, I can't find that photo here. Here, let's just do... Yeah. Let's go to the creator dashboard. Oh my god. Alright. So here we go. Let me turn this screen on. Wink. Inception. Alright. So if you... Why are you not scrolling down on this page? There we go. So if you look down here, there's an emote list. So you have 4 different emotes for being tier 1. You have Samus Big Eyes, Samus, Samus Serlona, Samus USS Fat Halfling, Samus the Brainfire. Then at tier 2, you get the Soul Stone, which some people really like, which is part of the reason it's tier 2. And then we have the Samus Lampshade, which is tier 3. So literally there are 2 people that can hit that emote, basically.
Okay, gotcha.
Me and Talab. So that's really what the big reward for those emotes are, whatever. And then I do voting rights.
You should let us make our own emote for you.
Well, we did. I mean, really, the Samus came from chat suggestions.
Like, I want to make a big pile of seeding poo.
So the problem is that they typically have to be approved, and Twitch has a like a thing, right? That being said, they may have a poo already.
That's fine.
I don't know. I have to like look through these things, but like there are people, and they like to take things and go like wing, Samus, big eyes, and then wing again. So they make like little pieces of artwork like this, or there's one that I always call like Warlock Fish. I think it's like this. And I put like a fish head in there or something. I don't know. Put like this thing. So they'll do shit like this. And they'll make like little artwork and stuff and pictures and like... Some people get a real kick out of the emote stuff. Me, I just want to have a couple of buttons in there. It's like saying hello, throwing up Sirlona hype. I'd like to make one for the hardcore server. That's one that I kind of feel like I need. Serving it up hardcore.
Maybe there's a bunch of them I did.
Yeah. So different things like that, and I think they're fun, but they're whatever. For me, the reason that people really support at the different tiers is, in my opinion, straight up for the ability to have bigger voting rights. So for those of you who don't know, if you just watch the stream, you get 1 point. So if you watch when it's time to vote on something, when it comes to voting, you can say, hey, I vote for this, you get 1 point. If you are a subscriber, either on Patreon at tier 1, you'll get 2 points. If you're a Patreon subscriber at tier 2, you get 2 bonus points or 3 points total, because 1 for being a viewer, 2 for being a tier 2. That's the same thing as if you were a tier 1 subscriber over here. So tier 1 / tier 2 subscribers are considered 3-point people. If you're the next tier up on Twitch, you get 5, and if you're the top tier over on Patreon, you get 8, and if you're the top tier over here, you get 7, I think. So Talab gets like 15 points, 15 votes. So like you being a subscriber over here, voting on stuff, and then having both Dirty and Warblewin voting with you as subscribers, barely pulled you back ahead again over what Talab had, because Talab gets, you know, a big pile of points that you don't have access to. I mean, you could, but you know, I'm not going to tell people how to spend their money, but I feel like there's no reason for you to support crazy. The $20 tier on Patreon is obviously amazing, and more people can subscribe at the $20 mark. I'd be down with that.
You 5 people watching the stream do it. I do it.
Yeah, that's like the best way, but it's not, you know, it's certainly not a requirement for having a good time on this stream.
Yeah, it's $240 a year. You get like 100 people to do it.
Right. It all adds up. It adds up for sure. Alright, so we have some choices here. Level 5. Level 5 gives us some gear.
What is a caustic form? What the hell is that?
It's a stick that you can get by doing the anniversary event. This one is the corrosion / acid one, just like the shocking form post is the electric one.
Well, that's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, they're best exactly at their level.
Holy moly, that's good.
So they're the best at 5, the best at 10, the best at 15, the best at 20, etc.
Is it no worries part of that too?
I think No Worries is a different thing.
It's right below there. On the right.
Yeah, I don't remember where the No Worries is from. I don't remember if it's an anniversary event. It might be. Let me look.
Because I know there's an armor one from there, which is supposed to be really good at high defense. It's supposed to be super good. People like Terran use it to like high level or higher levels.
Yeah, there's like the only exception. Let me see here. I'm trying to see where it says it's from, because here it is. Nope, it is from the anniversary event. 10 party favor.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like the highest armor class at level, which is why.
So I knew something about it was like good.
Yeah, it at its level, it's the best for armor class. And then, like I said, there's a no exceptions. There's a couple other ones.
You have all kinds of stuff in your cache I've never seen before. I don't even know what the heck the Idol of Fortune is. Never seen that.
This is a level 25 version of the Head of Good Luck from the Reaver's Raid.
Oh, yes, I've never seen it. I don't even know what it does. Why don't you ever use that stuff? I never see you bring it.
Well, a lot of these
it's
things are
epic,
over
epic.
level. Yeah, a lot of these are higher level, and I just haven't gotten rid of them because, you know, we're getting close to our iconics, and we'll be moving into epics when we get into iconics.
Like, I've never got mummy wrappings before. Never got those.
Mummy wrappings?
Yeah, never got them before.
Are they over here?
No, but I've never had them actually.
Oh.
I don't know where they're at. I've never actually got a pair.
I'm gonna say I've looted them a couple of times on like the hardcore and stuff. If you want a pair, we can find it.
I think they're bound to a count, aren't they?
They might be bound to a count on or character on acquire or something, but I don't think they're. Mummy wrappings. Let's just look. They are bound to a character on equip, so you could theoretically buy them from someplace even. I said I know I have a pair somewhere, or had some pairs somewhere.
I remember they're supposed to be pretty good, so.
They're okay. If you like fearsome. The problem is they're level 10, so they compete with like Ravenloft gear.
That's true. Yeah.
So
I can't remember what level they were. I always like using my snakeskin vest. That's always good to have too.
Snakes Invest is a little bit different because it's level 6 and it hits a lot of your rogue skills.
Yeah.
Alright, where is my hairbrush? No, where is the...
What's Shin's robe? Never seen that before either.
So this is an item that Jerry can drop when he comes and visits a server on an admin account.
Oh.
It's a level 0 bound to character item, so he'll drop them and then you can pick it up off the ground. And it's the reason I keep it is because it's jump 15 at level 0.
Oh, well, that's really good.
Yeah. So like I'll even carry it around a lot later just to get so jump potions are plus 10. Switching to this robe is plus 15, so it's 5 more. So like that'll often be the outfit I put on at level 1 to 2 until I get high enough level to put on one of the level 4 options. So where is my other ring?
You're in the stalker maybe for that? Or that's high level, right?
Yeah, it's higher level I'm looking for here. I'm looking for the Ring of Trolls Regeneration.
Oh yeah. That's a great one. I have a couple of those.
Yeah, I don't honestly know if it's the ring that I should be using anymore for level 5. And maybe I already got rid of it, made that conclusion and pitched it. But I don't think so. So I want to
I don't see it in your cache. I know exactly what it looks like. It's like that yellow cream colored box.
Yeah. I may have already decided to get rid of it. I just didn't think I had.
I don't remember where you get them from. Do you remember where they come from?
Red Willow's Runes.
Red Willows, okay.
They come from that... There it is. They come from that troll's chest over there. So at level 5 we have 2 ring slots.
There it is right there.
Yeah. So we have. I already put it in my bag.
Oh, yeah, you're running behind like 5 seconds. It's crazy.
Yeah, the stream has a little bit of delay. So we have Ring of Trolls Regeneration that I have slotted with a moderate fortification, so that's 75% fort. I have this random Jin Ring that I picked up, Air Guard, Electric Absorption, Electric Resistance. This is sweet. So I gotta put those two things on. But I also have crafted this Constitution 4, Dexterity 4 ring with a green slot, so I could also put Fortification on it. So I lose regeneration, but I pick up 2 Constitution, basically.
You can take the fort out of the regeneration, right? Yeah.
Like, but it's just cheaper, probably, to just put another one in.
Okay.
So, like, getting the unslotting tool, I think, is something like currently 150 DDO points, but just buying another one's like 50 or 70
Click on your
something.
details tab. I want to see what weapon and stuff you're using.
Oh, I'm just using a Vorpal of Deception sickle that I found. It's nothing important. I'm just swinging it around because it's proficient and maybe we'll get 20.
Oh, the Nick, all those Nick stuff is great. I think it's good stuff. Because they upgraded it.
Yeah, the Nicked Orb is fine. Mostly it's just there for the wizardry.
I think I have a nicked crossbow. It's got like a bunch of stuff on it.
Yeah, the Nick, they're good weapons. They're solid. If you don't have anything else, they're good.
Yeah, for that level range, yeah.
Yeah. So, like...
The charge gauntlets are good. I like the charge gauntlets.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to be melee. I'm trying to be a caster. So I'm unlikely to put those on. It is possible that I could put on this Prudent hat. It's also possible I could just build a different hat, or I can add another power to it. But I kind of like this magical efficiency 5% hat from the Night of the Hat of the Night Hag.
Night Rebels, yeah, I like that hat too. I have one.
But obviously, making a monster not or fail their saving throws is better than saving 5 mana on it. So I should probably just make that switch.
Are you gonna add a rogue level or anything to this?
Currently, no. We're just gonna do
extra
this.
XP.
Yeah, if I would have added a rogue level, it would have been at level 1.
Yeah, that's true.
And I put it out there for the chat, and chat basically said I think we should just be pure. So I was like, okay, hey Talab, welcome to the stream, talking about you. I think you're one of the people who said that as well, specifically in the chat, that just keep it pure. But if I were to add a rogue level, I probably also would think about adding a cleric, or not a cleric level, a wizard level. I think a wizard level would be really good for a caster build until you got to level 20. Were you talking about your Massive Johnson? That too. That too. Alright, I think that's probably... I guess we can grab this. I don't really use my own...
Is it Johnson like only a thin or is it short like a tunic can?
I mean...
Are we going for the width or the penetration? What are we doing?
I think he's got 2. He's got one big dong and he's got one big fat meaty dong. One above the other. So when he's... He can push at the back door at the same time. It's like a cheese wheel. That's right.
Like Swiss cheese, got holes in it too?
At least one. He's got 2 kids.
What?
Talab, yeah, Talab's got 2 kids.
No way, I didn't know that.
Yep, a girl and a boy.
Right on, man.
I want to say the girl's like 8 or 9. I have no idea.
Are you getting him into detail in role-playing games, Talab?
10 now. She must have had a birthday since last time I was paying attention. I'm not good with ages at all. Somebody asked me how old I was the other day, and it took me like I forgot. I never cared. But I was like, I sat there, and I was like, it's an even year, which means there's a plus some number. Right, so I was born in 79. So I literally did the math because it was easier than to remember how old I was.
Yeah, I was born in 75. I'll be 45.
You know?
2 weeks. 2 weeks!
That's what you keep saying. I'm not going to
Oh.
remember no matter how many you keep saying it, though.
That's okay.
Yeah, I still just think this Reaper Power Boost is good. Like, I
After
don't have
30,
another
you just don't really
glove that
count.
matters. Say what?
So after 30, I really didn't care about birthdays anymore.
Yeah, I don't even know when I stopped giving a shit about birthdays. I literally, if it wasn't for streaming and I know that people like doing stuff on your birthday as your stream, I wouldn't even talk about it. I would talk about it more than Tobrel, but Tobrel like goes out of his way to mislead people about his birthday. And I don't mislead people for anything. Like, someone asks me about my birthday, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's July 3rd.
If we gave Terrell $100, would he do his own stream with a crappy build?
I feel like he's done that. But when he streams, he only streams on raids.
I don't even see him streaming any history.
Yeah, he literally will only stream raids. And he doesn't, and the title will be like, no, please don't watch this, or nobody watch it, or... He's got a YouTube channel also.
Oh, I did not.
Yeah.
Well, Talab had a channel? The YouTube
Yep,
channel?
Top Hat Talab, he streams, or he
Yeah,
has.
I saw his Discord. Right on.
He doesn't really get much of a chance to stream now, but he has.
He's on Twitch too?
Hmm? Yeah,
Streaming
so...
like you do? Oh,
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of time to do now, but yeah, Tobrel's got 30 subscribers. I'm going to subscribe to him right now. I didn't even subscribe. But yeah, this was like a lot of our pen and paper D&D stuff when I was streaming it, Dungeons and A-Holes. He'd stream like his version, I'd stream my version. Then he does like a lot of the raid stuff. So like here's his last D&D one. War Chanter, R8, Multitude of Menace, R1 Baba, many bodies hit the floor, Killing Time, getting used to War Chanter. Yeah, like he'll do a bunch of the raids and stuff. And then when he goes off after the raid to do high level stuff, he'll put it in there. But he doesn't advertise very much. He basically does it so he can rewatch his performance and stuff, and he just puts it on YouTube so he did for whatever reason.
he like himself on trophy.
I think it's more to like check on things. By the way, I have this Rapier Few VLab.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Looks good. The Keen Edges one.
Yeah, remind me one of these days when you're on so I can give it to you and get it out of my backpack.
Alright.
It almost just got sold today, but I didn't need the room, so it was fine. Alright, so we did take Harper leadership. I'm not really sure where I want to go from here. Probably just keep going up this tree. Yeah, it's probably correct. So that should go there for now, I guess. And this new Creeping Cold should go here. More spell slots. Level 3, nice. Goodbye, dog. Hello, lion. Alright, Call Lightning's pretty good. I love Quench. Quench is great. If we weren't streaming, we'd probably use Sleet Storm. Since we are streaming, I'm not gonna blind people.
Bigger too.
Yeah, bigger. Straight up bigger. Bigger. Chicken dinner. This over here. This stuff's all fine. It's probably time that we can afford to get rid of this acid or this thing. It's still doing. It'll have a big jump next level, I guess. So maybe it's fine. No. Yeah. Next level. Next level should go up to 8d6, and then at level 12 it should go up to 12d6, and then it'll be okay at those levels, and it'll trickle back off.
Are you gonna take heightened at all? Or
Probably. Like I probably will end up taking all of those caster things, and then I'll probably end up doing like. So one of the builds that are kind of on the short list to look at again is a quarterstaff build.
and monk thrower.
I've done a lot of monk throwers. Monk throwers are strong.
What about a dagger thrower?
I would not be opposed to doing like an alchemist throwing build.
No,
I have not
dagger.
tried one of them.
Tawny, like a rogue.
Yeah, it would. The dagger build for alchemist, I think, is very good. Where you throw things. Like I really like the dagger build of the alchemist. I think that's my favorite version of the alchemist so far.
I didn't know alchemists do that. They do pots.
It can throw pots, but there's also a throw dagger version.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
I
not
thought
super.
you used this sound throwing tree that you used.
You use some of that, but you also use the alchemist tree. It's not super popular, but apparently it can be quite good.
How about a paladin thrower?
The problem with trying to break out of. So like paladins are really good two-handed fighters, right? So trying to.
Sword board anymore?
No, I don't think they ever were good at sword at board. I think the people who believe that are high.
I'm high as fuck.
Yeah,
Just
I
kidding.
don't think that they've ever been good. Alright, I think I'm gonna do CO6. But yeah, I'm relatively confident in saying that it becomes harder to play something that doesn't make sense when there's something else that's so clear cut. So like if you wanted to use a weird weapon, for example, it's harder to talk yourself into that when there's an obvious choice. But like daggers, on the other hand, are actually very, very good for like alchemists.
Well,
to
they got nice
throw in.
training, right? So you can use like heavy maces, like their long swords now.
Right. You can glue some of that other stuff in now, and it makes other things more attractive. So like, say you wanted to do a ranger that used morning stars for favor, or not for flavor, you could do that, and it would not be as much of a detriment as it would have been before.
That's what swashbuckler use. Light pick, hand axe, daggers, short sword.
Yeah. The problem is that, in my opinion, outside of a dagger, the swashbucklers start getting bad again. I realize there are advantages to it, but I really like the daggers.
Heavy pick fighter. Get that tactical, M5.
I mean, it could be okay. Oh, she's 6.
See if you ever see you play one of those.
Way back in the day, I did a pick fighting wizard. And she was a 2-weapon fighter, and she was like specialized in holds. But this was back when if you held something, you automatically critted.
Let's try that again.
That's no longer a thing. You no longer auto crit when something's held. So
Like Eldritch Knight with a heavy pick shield.
Eldritch Knights probably, in my opinion, are similar again to you'd want to be a 2-handed fighter. Because you get all those cleaves and abilities that go off in an AoE area. So you're losing value by doing a pick instead. Now, it might still be fun, but I don't have the equipment to make like a good pick person. But I have the equipment to make like a good SOS person.
See, look at Slab Hood. get a wizard life with dual co-passes for that very reason.
Yeah, and I
I
have,
agree.
and JavaBot has numerous green steel Kopeshes for the same reason. And you know who doesn't get played anymore in that regard? JavaBot. Like,
Trying to lab to get out of his comfort zone. It's not working.
I live outside my comfort zone. Every build I do is outside my comfort zone because I don't pick them. If it was me, I would be doing these human lives. All my racial lives would just be wizards. Wizard, 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 wizard.
Well, I'm saying use like dual pick, wizard, your comfort zone.
But that's not going to put you out of the comfort zone. It's just going to be bad. Because they don't get a full attack base or base attack bonus until much later. They don't have the feats. So, like, you can't. But, okay, so then you can't land any spells? So, like, it's not enough to make up for the fact that you're losing all this stuff from losing wizard levels. See what I'm saying? Like, when you start gluing stuff in there together, you really have to make sure that it makes sense. Otherwise, then you just have a life where it feels like you're trapped.
Then why do people play like 6 Ranger or something, or RD something, fighter, repeater builds? It's all this glue mixed on computer.
Because a lot of people like doing... They're uncomfortable in certain builds, and they want to get something done. That's a pretty common answer. Like they want to get some sort of life. It's like, why would I do that that warlock build? Well, it's not a warlock. That's why. You know, like it is. It's level 12 warlock. It counts as a warlock. It would get stuff done, but it's not DC based. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, Reapers have been real heavy today. I agree. What the heck? Did I not get the lever pulled? Like, what happened? Guess we're fighting all these guys. So, yep, it's fine. But when it comes to... Go ahead. It's fine. But when it comes to, like, DC casting, every level counts. So you really have to convince yourself that it's worth splashing. So, if you're trying to DC cast on weird builds, it gets tough in my opinion. Yeah, I had what quest was I into, lab? Was it Waterworks today, maybe? I think Waterworks. I think Waterworks part 2 or 3. I think I had 8 Reapers in the quest. But that's also right when I started stepping up the Reaper to Reaper 2. So I've just been chalking it up to that. Oh hell, maybe we should be in... We should be in winter. Yeah, that's just it. I was getting like 3 Reapers in a fight. Stuff like that. It has been crazy. I have not been doing Reaper... I did some Reaper ones, but then I stopped. We have to go back and get the key. I think the key is quickest to go this way. I could be wrong. I can never remember. I think so. I think we go this way for the key. Yeah. If you have the ability to pick locks, you can go the other way. If you don't have the ability to pick locks, you go this way. That skeleton does not give a shit about that cold spell. I'm glad they made, or that call lightning works in buildings, but I do not get that. That is very strong. Also, with call lightning, we are going to run out of mana. We probably need a non-meted version of that. Let's make that non-meted for now. Oh, I gotta pee. Makes about as much sense as someone rewarding you when you go into their house, do a job, and break all their shit. Hey man, sometimes it's a good job. Sometimes that's what you're about. There's like a shrine right here. But I was bored, so I'm gonna make Ellery give me manas. And we're gonna have to shrine. We absolutely positively do not have the mana for that, for the rest of the quest if we don't do it, so. So something I need to decide how I want to handle is getting some video recorded for the bus. So the nice thing about the backup camera system is I can record, like I could set up an internal camera and record it using the bus camera, and I could pull it off with a mini with a card reader, because it's just in a card. Problem is, I really don't think the video is that great a quality. It's not what I would consider like YouTube quality. It'd be fine for just like driving down the road videos or whatever, but for like recording stuff, it is. And maybe it's just bad on what I'm seeing. Maybe it's the preview or the monitor or whatever. Maybe when you look at the file, it'll be great. I honestly don't know. Welcome back.
Jeez.
So, I don't know. I'm trying to decide, do I invest in like a nicer GoPro or something?
You use one right now? Would you use?
No.
No.
No, I was just... So I really need to start recording some stuff for the bus soon. Because I would like to be working on the buses social presence as well as more bus related videos. So like, for example, I don't know when we're going to be able to go next, but I'm hoping to be able to do some camping again soon. I've been thinking about recording Friday Night Magic event, stuff like that.
There you go.
Just, I don't think they would be extremely popular, but just more generic content for people. But, it's something that I've been meaning to work on for a little bit. I'm just trying to decide order of operations for things. So, like, for example, I want to get some hiking shoes pretty soon. And I'm probably going to end up using stream donation money to do that. So it's like, but at the same time, I want to be able to record, like going on the hikes and showing off like some of the places around and stuff like that.
Show off your pretty calves.
Oh, hell yeah. My calves are amazing. My calves are like the premier body part.
My legs are the same size when I was like 200 pounds. When I was like in college and high school. Now
Yeah.
I got chicken legs. It's fine.
Oh no. You gonna show off that ass? I don't have an ass. My problem
Oh, yeah.
is I go whoop straight down.
Wear a little dress, a little short dress.
Oh man.
Just
Now
make
we're
sure you shave.
now we're cross dressing for y'all. This is getting weird.
Just make sure you shave, dude. I hate body hair shaver.
Yeah. No. I can't shave.
Got hairy ass arms. Can't do that. Shave.
I'm the hairy.
Legs.
I'm
yeah.
not that hairy of a person. I think I have relatively good hair. The place that I actually do have bad hair, crazy hair, is my eyebrows. I have to like trim my eyebrows.
Caterpillars.
No, they get wild, like 5 or 6 hairs at a time or whatever. They'll just get wild.
Gotcha.
So I just gotta like buzz down the highs.
Go get your eyebrows tethered.
Tethered. So you're talking about things that sound expensive.
No, or you just go there, they take the little yarn and they pull out the hair all the way to the root. The eaters are hella good, like their fingers. I don't know how they do it hella fast, and they just pop them out.
Yeah, that sounds expensive here.
It's like $15 here, so it can't be.
Oh, are you kidding me? You kidding me? Some sort of beauty thing like that in Kansas got to be expensive. So like things.
What's a pedicure cost there? Here they're $25, $30 for a pedicure.
Oh, I have no
That's
idea.
what the leg wax, the shave your ankles, the little shebang. Rub your feet for a half hour. Rub your
Oh,
calves.
probably way expensive. Like
do your nails.
I get my wife like a half-hour massage or whatever a couple times a year, and that's like $75.
No way.
Yep.
Well, it's so expensive. It's sweet cheap. Housing cheap. How's it so expensive?
Because we don't have the immigration to have those people who do that stuff here.
Oh,
I
yeah,
assume.
I call them foot hookers.
Okay, well we don't have enough foot hookers here.
Oh.
Our immigration status, like I know there's a beauty parlor in Manhattan that's done by some
Asians. They're the best at
well
it.
they're Filipino, I believe.
Yeah. You gotta find the Vietnamese or Koreans are the best at it, dude.
They might be Vietnamese. I feel like they're Filipino, but maybe they're Vietnamese. I don't know for sure. I've asked in the past, but I'm not 100%. But
How much is a haircut there?
for a guy or for a girl,
Okay.
like $20.
Wow, that's crazy. Cause here they're expensive, like $50, $60. But like Stockton, where I grew up at, they're like $10, $11.
Yeah, but every poor man, I'm gonna sound really bad pretty soon. every young white lady out of a trailer park here gets their hair cutting.
Oh, their cosmetology.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Beauty school.
Yeah, so like, for example, I have several cousins, right? But my adopted cousin went into the army. She's a helicopter pilot, ex-military helicopter pilot during wartime, and now she's I think she's a captain of an airline. I think she's a captaincy. It's kind of a smaller airline, but I think she's got her own captain's chair.
Wow.
The two lady cousins, I believe both of them have their comic, whatever it's called. I want to say comicsology, but that is not it. Whatever.
Cosmetology.
Yeah, can cut hair, do makeup, etc. Both of them have that. I think one still does it. The other one has opened up a knick-knack like clothing shop with a couple other girls.
Make good money too.
So like, yeah. Tell V-Love I need his private jet to take me to Vegas for my birthday.
Shit, I wish I had a private jet. I can't even buy a new car.
Can't or choose not to?
Yeah. And she, or you smashed front into it.
Oh, that Porsche?
No, that's her sister's car.
Oh, I thought
the
that.
Audi Q5, the SUV. On her phone, fucking around.
Mhm.
Rented to a teen bobber, 16-year-old. $880 for the damage.
Wait, Cameron hit a girl?
Yeah, she rented one.
Oh my god, I thought this girl hit you.
No, Cameron rented her.
Oh, that's different. Yeah, I thought some girl hit you in your Land Rover. That's why I was like, I hope you ate her car.
No. My Land Cruiser? Oh, my god, I would have died. Cameron rear-ended her in my car. I would kill her.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, when you're like, some chick hit me or whatever, I was like, whatever, who cares?
Cameron's on her way to work, and I was thinking, text her, right? I got in an accident, and I fucking accident over. I'm like, well, I call her, what? She's like crying, like, what happened? Moving down the hill, there's no way to stop sign. I was approaching the stop sign, and I guess this car pulled over the parking lot. I go, how did you run into her? She got quiet. I said, how did you, like, what happened? She didn't say anything. I said, you're on your fucking phone again? Yeah. I said, how bad is it? So she told her she was asked, I drove down there, and the little car wasn't that bad, but the way she hit her, she was higher up, and I bit the bumper under, so, yeah, 800 bucks later. So make sure we all get the pictures of the vehicle she hit, because they'll go off and they'll do more damage to their car, and then see you did more damage, so make pictures of the estimated come out to $880 something. Cars a month old. Now she doesn't want to drive ever again. I'm like, no, I get that easy.
Oh, that was funny, because I was under the impression that the girl that hit you was throwing a... Okay. Yeah, So I got all this information from V-Love, but apparently with the wrong context. That's funny.
That was funny too. She's like, I gotta go to work now. So you gotta go to work.
Yeah, you gotta pay this.
I go, that's it. We gotta pay for something, don't we? So I started taking my car. I said, every time I took it back in, I took it to the shop.
She can afford it. She makes good money.
Yeah, she can be single pretty quick. She can wear a lot of shit.
Again, I don't know about this one. I'm usually pretty open when it comes to that kind of stuff, but I often feel like I'm not necessarily a live omission person. Is a lie. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But like, I feel like this is like a lie of protecting you. Again, with the idea that it wasn't going to last very long, and then when it didn't last, you never would have had to worry about it, or it could have been like yeah, you know, those guys banged a couple of times or whatever. That's why they hate each other now. You know what I mean? They'd be like, "What? I didn't know they were banging." You're like, "Yeah, it was a few years ago." You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, they hate each other. Oh yeah, why is that? Well, he would not put in her butthole, so, or whatever, you know, whatever weird sex thing they were not into together. And you're like, "What? Why didn't you tell me they were banging?" Like, well, I thought you'd get mad. It only makes you mad because it happened at the time.
How about this? How about this? January comes around. They need to talk to you. Okay, what's up? Your nephew and my sister are having a kid. Oh, they can't take care of the one that's ready. I have to take care of her. And how long have you known about this? It's since April or May. Oh, that's great. I'm so glad you let me know.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope that these people both are smarter than that, but they might not be. I don't know.
Well, I think they share the same brain. So maybe they have one full brain between them.
Maybe. Might be an improvement. I don't know.
Oh my god, this is an improvement.
I said you're on the ground. You obviously have the situation in your hand better than I do. I can only work off this information that you've shared with me, or, well, that's it. You know, that's what I got to work with, is what you've shared with me. And to me, it doesn't feel like a relationship that's going to last very long. Sounds like no holes barred for this young lady. And as near as I know, she hasn't been pregnant yet, so...
Yeah, she's just super codependent. Said he's always looking for love. Every girl's the one. I think I've heard of like the last 3 girlfriends or 4 girlfriends have been like, "Oh, it's the one, she's looking great," and then like a week later, something
Yeah.
wrong or something. This is like longest one. This is the longest thing he's had in like years since the baby mama. Basically, he was right his mom.
There you go. And maybe it'll work out. Maybe they're just banging.
She's got money. I mean, not much anymore. She got a nice Porsche.
Okay.
It's just cool stuff.
Maybe they're figuring when the will gets read, there'll be more money.
Oh, for her or for my side of the family? Her side of the family? Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. I don't probably get the camera.
I don't know. Maybe they're just looking for a not very well known YouTuber out there to support. Maybe I need to start sending Cameron's dad some feet videos. I don't know.
77-year-old man some feet videos. Send him some golf technique videos or something. He'd be happy.
Yeah, then I'd have to know. I'd have to be able to talk about golf. My brothers and my mother's husband, my mom, they're all about that golf shit, man.
I used to golf all the time. Golf in college.
Yeah, I'm not a golfer.
It's relaxing.
Yeah, you're also a fisher, so your idea of relaxing and my idea of relaxing are not the same.
Beer in your left hand, fishing pole in your right hand. Nobody talking to you, no one bugging you.
Yeah, see, I don't drink beer either.
Fine. The iced tea, whatever.
Sure. My point is that I don't know, my idea of relaxing, I mean, you watched me do it last week even. I played Magic for I did how many drafts? 7 drafts, something? Sitting there cursing, mad, think I'm gonna lose. You know, to me that was pretty relaxing.
Imagine being out there on the bus and you're doing that in the nice wilderness, nice breeze in the lake.
Yeah.
You know, no neighbors ringing your doorbell. Hey, can I borrow your lawnmower? No one's saying, hey.
No one does that now. We live in Kansas. You don't talk to your
You know what I
neighbors.
mean. You know what I'm talking about. You get the gist of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get messed with now. It's going to be better. The thing about being out on the bus that I'm looking forward to is the
Like you're hiking. Like
traveling.
Hiking, right?
Yeah, go hike, go travel, get away, see the things so my wife can complain about wherever we're at. I love my wife. I love her a lot.
New York City. She'll love it. She'll complain all the time.
Yeah. She we grew up in this small town, right? Great Bend, Kansas. It's 38 of maybe 40,000 people now. I'd have to look to see what their latest census was, right? And when we moved up here, she was like, we'd come up here all the time. Oh, I love it. There's so many places to eat. Everything's great. So many places to shop. Then we lived here for a few years. This place sucks. No place to eat. Can't do any shopping. Everything's crap. I want to go live over there. You know what I mean? She's one of those. She doesn't she gets mad at me because I listen to the same music. You know, oh my god, I can't believe you're still listening to this. Well, it's still good.
So great. I listen to Zeppelin, the Beatles, and stuff. I listen to great stuff all the time.
Yeah. I mean, some of those I agree with. Some of those I a little bit of a pass on, but that's okay.
Chuck Berry, listen to all that stuff.
But it's like, oh, you just listen to old people music. I'm like, it's not old people music. If I like it, I'm listening to it. It's what I like to listen to. It's fine. You know, or oh, all you do is listen to political podcasts or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, no, it's my music. It's what I like. Leave me alone. Oh, too many scaries. But she'll a new album will come out by some band that she likes. She'll play it into the dirt. She'll play it so much until she hates it. I'm like, how do you do that? She's like, what? I'm like, you're literally listening to that album on repeat.
When he says that, Billie Eilish, I'm not gonna hate Billie Eilish now.
Sam must be bumping to that Justin Bieber every day. That's right. I'm a Bleebalite.
Good old Bieber, the Canadian.
Yay, man. He got his shit together.
Yeah.
Married a hot chick, found religion, got his act cleaned up, still making money.
Has 3 illegitimate children running around. Yeah, he did well.
I mean, you know, shit happened before, but he got his shit together now, man. Oh, wait, we don't need that. It's like Shrine. We don't have to Shrine anymore, but to go to the next quest.
Yeah, you don't want to go to Vegas till there's nothing to do there. Everything's shut down. You gotta sit 80 feet away from somebody in the slot machines. Nightclubs aren't open.
You can drive through the nightclubs or strippers or whatever. Maybe that's just in Oregon.
Yeah, not in Vegas.
Oh, somebody's posted a whole bunch of random stuff on. Or my
Yeah,
phone
it's
is just now updated, maybe.
Limited 3 people per table, and everybody was just there. His daughter's back from the Navy, she never got onto the land. He was showing pictures casino empty, nobody anywhere. I was like, oh, that sucks, because Vegas is great. You gotta go for the bartending convention. should go for the porn awards and the varsity conventions are right after each other.
Yeah, you know what they say, for only the second time in human history, they rebuilt Sodom and Gomorrah. I love that joke. That's a religious joke. People don't get that joke. That joke is great.
Yeah, they have less than 25 on now. I think last time I was there, we played at Bellagio. They had $10 tables. And Paris, New York. You can go down the old Fremont Street, like Minions. They have like $5 tables, craps. I just played blackjack just around that big thing where the quarter slots were on there. Just
Something is making a beeping noise that I do not recognize, and I do not like it. Oh, we're so dead, right? We are a little out of our weight class.
You're to 11 or what?
He's like 16, I think. It might be higher by that now, but I think I watched Rhett log in at 15.
You gotta have a little 5-level all you play with you.
No, he's like me. He's on mission. Shit to do. Shit to do. Goals to accomplish. Things I suspect will slow down on this stream a lot when I'm out of Racial Lives.
The best buffet there is the Aladdin. So good. In Vegas. It's got like 8 different areas. Like each one's like a different area. Like this is Mediterranean. This is Chinese. This is American. This is Greek. You know, it's pretty cool. Sushi.
I only play craps. No slots, no BJ, nothing like that. I like blackjack as too, but I used to play poker a lot. I actually got in trouble in school for playing poker, so I kind of put it away.
Yeah, it's weird. Like Texas Hold'em, like 12 years ago, like took off the rail. I remember watching as a kid with my dad. ESPN would have like the final match only. And also, it's like beer pong got hella popular. Like everybody's a poker player now. It's weird.
A lot of Magic players, because they're
But
typically good at.
on TV. It was there now. It's on all the channels have it out around the clock. And there's tons.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder why it just took off out of nowhere.
I don't think it was out of nowhere. I think that there was a desire, like that kind of strategy based thing. It's on again, off again, very popular. I mean, think about it. Like chess was very popular for there's a Double Reaper time. Double Reaper time.
I mean, like I said, beer pong was around in the 60s, 70s. It died. It was never around. Also, it just got popular again. It just took off. Tournaments on TV. And
Well, everything old is new again, my guy.
Find people like the professional players. Like that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everything old is new again.
It's like go become a professional pinochle player. But it's not popular, so no one like wants to play pinochle. Because it's popular, everyone wants to play pinochle.
It'll happen again. It'll come back around. Everything comes back around. But yeah, like
We're back.
it's just like like I was saying, there was a while where people were watching the hell of Magic. They put it on ESPN, things were going good, and then thankfully Twitch kind of came out, and now they rotated over there to Twitch. It's doing great. It's doing great when you get it in the right platform.
ESPN's a huge platform.
Yeah, but it doesn't always line up correctly with people. That's what I'm saying. Like, Magic was doing good stuff on ESPN for a while. Like, they had a couple of Pro Tours and stuff on it, and they were real high on their list. But then people were like, "Oh, I don't know about this nerd shit."
Or like lawn darts. Lawn darts can become a professional sport now or something?
As far as I know, they probably still think they're too dangerous.
Hula hoop.
I love me some hula hoop, man. Have you not watched, like, there's like some hella hot hula hoop girls out there. There's a chick, like, I don't do a lot on Instagram, but there's a chick on Instagram that I do follow.
Is it naked?
No.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Viola loves cycling. She does like bicycle tricks and stuff, like all sorts of like absolutely amazing. Oh man, I forgot I started following this chick. Oh, so hot.
She have teeth?
The bicyclist or the hot chick?
Either one.
They both have teeth.
Alright, so that's a start.
Yeah. The hot chick is she tried winning a trick I think an Iowan congressional seat. She is super hot and smart. Dangerous combination. And Hispanic, so you know she knows how to do things.
So California today, 100 gyms filed a lawsuit against the state for not being able to open during COVID. Like the businesses are open.
Yeah, I think a lot of businesses are going to have to do that. They're going to have to put the state in their place.
I told my sister that, she's like, no, I said, I'm telling you, they'll sue, and the courts will just probably side with them, and they
Well, the
pay more
courts-
money, the taxes will go up, and
Courts should side with them. They're in the wrong. I know. You got the COVID fear, and I can respect it. But
I don't have a problem with it. Just
if businesses want to impose a thing, I have no problem with that, but they should have
I
the
think
ability.
that people should, like, for example, like, if I want to go eat at a full-fare restaurant, like Applebee's is open inside, so I'll have to sign a waiver. So if I get COVID, I can't sue them for getting COVID.
Well,
I'll take responsibility if I don't want to wear a mask, and I'll take responsibility if I get it.
I would
there.
like to know how people would know and be able to sue. Like, I definitely got COVID at Applebee's. Like,
But people would try to do that, that's what I'm saying, which costs, you have to get lawyers, attorney fees, it just adds up after a while.
yeah, like, I feel like I don't think you could get away with that. I think that would. There's not enough evidence, I don't think. I think that you would not have a grounds for a case. Like, you would have to be very. Like, you would have to have, like, a really clear.
Well, you catch it, they go to Applebee's and they test like 8 employees, they don't have it, you were there, you got it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but where else
You're
were
an honest
you?
person, I'm an honest person, so.
Where else did you go? Have you gone to buy cigarettes? Did you wearing your stupid mask? That you
That's
know.
what I'm saying, if I decided to go into the business and not wear the mask, and I should have signed a waiver saying I can't sue them if I caught it.
Yeah, but I'm saying you.
Let's say I did catch it there. 100% fact, I caught it there. Did I assume they didn't protect me? Like, I signed a waiver saying if I caught it here, I can't fuck it up. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't think you can.
It's called covering your ass.
Sure, I get that. I just again, with an illness like that, I think they took all the foreseeable and like, I don't like a lot of what's going on, but if a restaurant wants to say, hey, please wear a mask at your table or when you leave your table, like, okay, or hey, we have a long line, can you wear your mask while you're waiting? Okay, sure. Like, they should have the right to be able to ask you to do something. You should have the right to be like, yeah, I want to go.
I agree. If they say I don't want to wear one, then you say you're signing this release form that says if you didn't want to wear one, if you catch it, you can't sue me.
Yeah. So, like, for example, though, we're going to Buffalo Wild Wings, right? I'm on my COVID or my diet. I can't eat a lot of stuff. Wild Wings is one of the things that I can eat. Okay? So, I don't know if every Buffalo Wild Wings has basically the same layout, but ours has got like this stupid little half wall where they have booths lined up against it. Then it opens up into the room with people, right? So we're standing there. We have our masks on. The open tables, there's open tables between us, walk around this little half wall, and they put us in the table right next to where we're standing. So now that we're sitting at the table, we can take our mask off.
But people don't want to away from you outside the wall. Opposite.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're on the other side of that wall, so they can't get COVID. Or they can't give us COVID because, remember, wearing a mask doesn't keep you from getting COVID. It just keeps you from giving COVID to your other people, theoretically.
Yeah.
But it also makes that stuff trapped to you. So if you inhaled it at some point and exhaled it, but you don't have it, that means it's just going to sit there, stay close to you, and you're definitely going to get it. See, like, that's the downside of a mask. Instead of it going away from you and exhaling, because your body is exhaling things that it doesn't want in its system anymore, it wants to go away, you're trapping all that shit up to you. So now it can't leave. So it goes in through your mask, you exhale it to make it go away, and it can't. And you just keep breathing in and out and in and out and in and out, and you're guaranteed to get it. But, anyway, back to my point though. On that side of the wall, literally 6 inches away, danger. At our table, totally fine. Buffalo Wild Wings try to train for the Blazing Challenge. I think I can do it. I bet you can do it, Fire Eater. I believe in you. I've not heard of the Blazing Challenge.
My brother eats that stuff, the ghost pepper and all that stuff. He eats that shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's too much for me.
I don't have a sense of smell, so spicy is one of the things that I get. But I can't have sweet. So peppers, unfortunately, they have a lot of sweet. I don't want any of this stuff. I think I'm just gonna take the Televalors. I can't. I'm not proficient. I'm not gonna use it on other lives. So I think
You
it's
can
just.
feed it to your garbage can.
Yeah, but it's 2 experience points. I'd rather just get the Gilder now. I think.
It's like my house, right? I have a full studio in my house. So if I want to open up like my business, and if I can put more record or whatever, I can have my board up that says master wired.
Yep.
Nevertheless, you want to not wear a mask, you sign this waiver, you can't sue, you can catch it. It's your decision, what you want to do. There you go.
Yeah, I feel like that's a
When
valid
I
option.
When I come here and I walk out of the room, I come back, you got your mask off, and it says master wired, and you catch somehow from something. I'm not taking that risk.
Yeah, I understand, but at the same time, I think that if you're out in the public, with an illness specifically, you can't do it. It's not like it's something that they can trace. It's not like AIDS, where it's against the law, or in California, for example, you do not have to disclose if you have AIDS before having sex with somebody. That to me feels like something that you should be sued for. Being sued for COVID.
I remember years ago that guy in Acapulco, Frisco, was stabbing people full AIDS in his blood. And then they changed the law after that years ago.
Yeah, they changed the law recently to say you are not required to disclose before you have intercourse with somebody to tell them you have AIDS or another deadly STD.
It's just like murder, kills, like manslaughter.
It's not manslaughter. It's
You don't have to
definitely
treat
full
for it.
on, like,
You die, you get treated for it.
yeah, but it's full on. It's full on willing to pass on something that's potentially dangerous.
Well, if someone has sex when they have AIDS, and if they have AIDS, that person's going to get killed, and then now it's murdered because they were stupid.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's more than manslaughter. It's
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
like
yeah.
second degree
Yeah,
murder.
it would be minimum of that.
But not anymore.
Not anymore. Gotcha.
Not in California. Aren't you glad you live there and pay these taxes? I have been shocking V-Love with laws that have been changed in California in the last year.
Yeah, the pedophile law is a 10-year thing. 14 to 24, 15 to 25, 26 to 27. Judge has discretion to make you a pedophile or not. Unless it's yeah, but
It gets weird. Is that specifically the sodomy one?
yeah, this is sodomy or oral. Look at the Wisconsin. Considered legal age sex is 16.
Oh, a lot of Europe is 14.
Yeah, and Sweden's 14.
Yeah.
So it's not just California has weird shit.
I didn't say there were.
No, I
There's
know
still
that, I was just saying.
there's still two. Is there one or is there two?
I mean, what else?
I don't know if there's one or if there's two states that still has animal fucking. Bestiality is legal.
Probably Kansas.
It's not Kansas.
Sure.
Pretty sure I did 4 years in jail for her. I cannot spell bestiality.
It's like Wisconsin also has the adultery thing. In case you get your divorce, if you found someone's been cheating on you, they don't get shit out of it. California's a no fault state. Doesn't matter what you did or didn't do. There's no fault. Bullshit. It's gotta be Arkansas.
I
Iowa,
remember thinking it's something shocking.
Florida. Florida's always got weird shit in the news. Man had sex with alligator while high on meth, chasing the police. Florida.
Oh, ICE has got an article about it. Bestiality remains legal in the District of Columbia, so
DC,
Washington,
yeah.
D.C., Hawaii, Kentucky, Nevada, New Mexico, Texas, Vermont, West Virginia, Wyoming.
All the hunter states, huh?
All with bills pending in New Hampshire and Ohio.
That's great. Hey man, whatever. Marry what you want, fuck what you want, I guess. It ain't hurting me. Pay your taxes, be a good citizen. I'm good with it.
That is so messed up.
I'll never look at my donkey and my pig again the same.
She like rooting around in some red dirt, looks up to you like, man, that's a pretty snout.
I'll put her in my golf cart, drag her down the river, do some deliverance on it.
That's right.
Squeal!
Squeal, piggy!
You should stream a movie on your thing one night. I stream Deliverance or something cool.
So I can do a watch party, but the people who can watch the same movie also have to have Amazon Prime. So what happens is,
That's cool. I got it.
yeah,
I got it.
yeah, I did a practice one with the first episode of Enterprise, and I would like to do that more often. And
Vampire Diaries or something cool.
Vampire Diaries or something cool.
Enterprise.
I like
watch the
Enterprise.
How about Gone with the Wind or something? Older.
I like a couple older things. I had some stuff on my list, like,
Spartacus. That'd be good.
well, I love some John Wayne movies. So I was
I do
actually
too,
thinking
man.
like Hatari, which is like one of my favorite John Wayne movies.
Comancheros is my favorite of his.
I also really like The Quiet Man.
That's a good one.
I also really like Hellfighters.
Hellfighters is good.
But yeah,
Old
Hatari is my
James
favorite.
Bond, like an old James Bond film. That'd be cool.
Well, again, you get what is available on Amazon Prime. The
Is
problem
Iron
is
Man on
that
it?
the number. Which one?
Is there any Iron Mans on it?
I think Iron Man 1 is on, but not Iron Man 2.
Ugh, I've never seen any of them.
Oh, Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3. Yeah, they're all Prime now.
Ugh.
Yeah, you can watch them for free. I love Iron Mans. I actually rewatched the first one not that long ago, and I was going to go watch Iron Man 2, even though it's probably my least favorite of the three.
You
Although,
should totally do a watch party, man. 'Cause everyone's on COVID still.
yeah, we could
After-
do
after
one
the
of these
stream
days.
One night, you keep talking about your stream. Hey, by the way, in 2 hours we're done. We're gonna vote on what we're gonna watch from Prime.
Yeah, the problem is literally there's, for the people that I know, it's going to be like 2 people, especially that late. It'll be like you, me, and maybe Talab, depending on what
Talk
day
to
it
Ben,
happens
get
to
him
be.
to watch it.
Dr. Ben, he's been working like at 4 a.m. in the morning. He's not going to be around.
He's a doctor. They work long hours. He's used to it.
Yeah. He's working long hours, but early hours. Anyway, kind of got to where we wanted to get. I did want to get to level 6 tonight, but we're close. We're close enough. And it's 2 o'clock. It's what happens when you... I stepped the Reaper up another notch. Just over our 2s, just to see. Since we had so many hirelings, it makes it a little bit... and pets and stuff. We're going to be that pet build caster, I think, is what we're going to try to do.
I should have been playing the whole time with you. I'm sitting here watching the stream and I realized, like, hey, I got level appropriate. I should have played.
It's fine. Be around. Be around tomorrow, too.
You should be in the morning.
It'll be tomorrow afternoon, probably. I'm actually really considering doing something, changing the schedule for a little while.
Yeah.
Instead of doing like 11 to 2 and then theoretically like 8 to 2, I'm thinking about putting together like one bigger window and trying to like get out to the bus earlier in the day for a little bit while it's a little bit cooler.
So like 5 to 2.
Yeah, I don't know. Something. With the problem is that I still need to make sure to have time to eat in my window. So like, and I want to be on early enough that, because Voodoo's been doing like an AM stream pretty consistently lately. I know that it's likely to change any second, but it's nice when you have somebody who can throw that early raid to you to kind of help jumpstart the stream and get things going. But I don't know. I also like doing the early morning stuff too, like getting on early and getting things going, and then having the break in the afternoon to like go to doctor's appointments and stuff like that. So I'm not sure. I'm just thinking I might mix a couple days up. Like I might take Tuesdays and Thursdays and work on the bus in the mornings, and then start a little bit later but go longer. You know, like start at like 5 or 6 or something and go straight through. I don't know. It's just a lot of stuff up in the air right now, but I need some time in the next week and a half to get some work done on the bus, and I really don't have time, so I need to carve time out somewhere.
Hey, do you think DDoCast should bring on like a special guest that's not like you guys as players?
They've done lots of different special guests. Like what kind of special guests are you talking about?
I mean, not someone who's like you and Voodoo, these guys that know the game inside and out, every item, every bill, every masterful thing. Like more of the common folk.
They'll take anybody. I've heard, and anybody can submit a segment as well. They'll pretty much take anything as long as it sounds good and it makes sense. So like if you wanted to record a segment, you could probably record it. Like you could do like weird DDO questions with V-Love or something, and you can just be like, why is a grape pick not a very popular weapon? You know, and you could just randomly go on about what's good about a great pick or a heavy
Cameron
pick.
was watching it with me one time, and she was like, I don't know any of this stuff. This stuff's so beyond my pay grade. I go, yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we're especially DDoCast, they're trying to be that helping hand to get you from where you're at to there. And that's where I think people like me and Voodoo and Patrick, because you can catch Patrick on the DDoCast site, or their Twitch, and you can use those comments and you can ask questions. And if I'm on, I watch the chat really closely and I interact with the chat when I'm on. Okay, I know some of the other people don't pay as close attention to chat.
But yeah, some don't even look at it.
But I do. I watch the chat. And you can always ask questions here, too. Like, if there's something on DDoCast, you can, make a note or whatever. I'll talk about willing to help at any time. You know what I mean? Happy to help. So if you can think of something and you're like, man, Sam, this was something they talked on DDOcast and I just don't get it, let me know. Let me know. I'm happy to help. I need to get off of Instagram. Chick is too hot.
Yeah, I got some Instagram followers there. Yeah. Well, just look up on Instagram. Look up Dakota James.
Nah, sounds like work.
I'm telling you.
Sounds like work. I don't need my Instagram.
She has nipple piercings, dude. She is outstanding.
Yeah, I don't need my Instagram filled with that kind of stuff. Trying to.
I got like 4 million followers. So I got to be sneaking her and she'll subscribe to you to different followers.
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, smart chicks. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I think I'm gonna get out of here. Let's see who we can raid tonight. Says nobody. That doesn't seem legit. Dirty and Warble are usually on this time. There's literally one other person on. Kron Doc.
Yeah, she's hot.
Level 6 on Sarlona. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Right on. I guess we're going to send it to Chrono Doc. Raid this guy. Alright, everybody, with that, I'm going to get out of here. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. If you're not, again, already a Patreon, please consider becoming a Patreon. Also, if you're not helping us out by subscribing to our YouTube channel, please consider doing that too. I really appreciate it. All right, everybody, peace. Much love, and we'll see you guys tomorrow after Jerry's stream, whatever that may be, assuming the servers are up. Toodles.